Yeah. What is going on? I know this is late for a Sunday, but hey, I thought I'd just come on here and I'm gonna give a nice little presentation here, okay? And I'm gonna keep it brief, but we're also gonna have some readings if that is something that somebody wants. Hold on real quick. Welcome, come on in, everybody. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. I am Shango Ray, aka Real Deal Ray, okay, aka Shango Rizay. Okay, so yeah, let's see here. What do we got here? Carlito, what's going on? Shout out my brother Carlito. Wise Fox, good evening, welcome. Smooth, salute. What's happening? My brother Smooth, yeah. So basically, I'm just going to give it another minute or two for people to. Hey, Carmela Ali, what's going on? Happy Sunday to you. Happy Domingo. How y'all doing? Feels good. Feeling good. Yeah. Feeling good, feeling good. So basically what I'm just going to tell you, reiterate again real fast. What's going to happen is first of all, I got an announcement I got to make. And then we're going to get into probably one of the things that you want to kind of curious about. What the hell is this satanic sorcery system? Okay. I am so happy to tell you. All right. Because it's Bodhi Mommy, what's going on? How you doing over there, Bodhi Mommy? I just got done with a brutal leg workout, so my nervous system is like taxed like a motherfucker. Okay, if you know, you know. All right. So, but we're gonna have some fun, depending. When I don't expect to be here long, that's when I'm here the longest. So I just have no expectations. You know what I mean? Shit. Period. So I think we'll get started right now, just so we can get the particulars out of the way. Okay, so I do have an announcement. I have made sure to go through my existing client list of those that I'm doing active, they're open cases for ritual work, spell work. And the announcement that I want to make first and foremost, and I'm going to make it again so that because I know a lot of people may not see this or whatever, but all one-on-one services with moi will be coming to a very sudden end towards the end of the month. I said September 21st, but give or take, but by the end of September, pretty much. Okay. So what that means is I'm not well, I haven't really been doing any one-on-one consultations. If you've been following me, been watching, we've been rocking for a while, you know that the one-on-one thing is a very rare occurrence. But yeah, but now even that, because I'm putting all my energy, all my focus into my new membership group, Master Your Magic Now. Now, a lot of this came because as you get to know yourself and you get to know your energy, each one of you has a very specific kind of energy, a very specific energy signature. Some of you can, some of you can just grind nonstop almost. Others work better in like spurts. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the animal kingdom, right? You got birds that can fly for fucking hours, right? Then you got something like a tiger, right? And a tiger is like, yeah, a tiger is quick, it's agile, but it ain't gonna be running fucking fast at top speed for no 15 minutes. It's just not gonna happen. You know what I mean? So it uses strategy. It has to do. You have to. You first of all, you got to understand your energy, so that way you can best utilize and leverage your energy. So a big part of this was, and I'm just going to be totally transparent right here, right now. My roster was getting big as far as clients, and honestly, I felt like I was being spread too thin. And to be honest, there was a lot of times I felt like I was being spread too thin. So that's another reason why I've chose, because just understanding myself, how my particular brand of energy works, and what it does to work the best and what detracts from me and stuff like that. In addition to how I can give the best value to you. So if no one's really being served to the highest and to the best, I have to question, is there a better way? So that's where this membership site is coming in, because the Master Your Magic membership site is all about wherever you are right now. It's like choose your transformation, basically choose your transmutation, right? The membership site is the vehicle. There's where you're at and there's where you want to be. Now, yes, we all have probably various different interests. Some of you might be confused as to, I don't know what I want to do. I just came out of that shit. So trust me, I understand, you know. But the membership site it's a coaching and a content membership site. So the interaction, the live interaction on a weekly basis that we can have, you know what I'm saying, is to me where I can serve my highest good. Me one to many, not one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? So plus from a business standpoint, I can scale a lot better. So oh shit, someone's birthday. Bodhi mommy. Oh my God, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Nicholas Davis, brother Davis. We are. So, anyways, yeah, if you wanted a chance for us to be able to work together, by the time that we seal the deal, you and I, if we're going to work together on some ritual spell work, on like this is the last hurrah as far as one-on-one work. I still might do one-on-one work, but it's going to be totally different. It's going to be just like if I choose you for a client in the future, you're going to be my only client because I'm not doing this like I was. You know what I'm saying? As far as for clients. So the way that I can help the best is through this membership site. And we, meaning I'm going to help you, but you are going to take yourself to exactly where you want to be. Okay. So I don't know what it is specifically that you want or what is your big thing. If you was to join the group, we'd find out about that first, right? But I'm gonna get into that. But as far as announcements, anything else? No, that's about it. But so yeah, the Master Your Magic membership site is just that. I've never offered anything like this where we can, congregate once a week, via like Zoom, or I will be trying out different platforms, by the way, also when it comes to that. Zoom, Discord, maybe even this StreamYard bullshit, depending, and seeing what works the best. This is all a work in progress. And for me, I'm the kind, I've struggled with having to get shit perfect before I do anything. And I have what I call the Dr. Dre syndrome, and then like the shit never comes out or whatever. And Spirit was just like, look, this is your chance, this is your time, but you just gotta fucking do it. You just gotta, don't worry about it being perfect. You can adjust things as you go along. So in the name of that, we're having a soft opening right now. The official opening is on September 28th. Okay, but the soft opening now, I want to get right into the coaching calls because through the coaching, I can know what it is that you need the most, right? Because in this membership site too, we're gonna knock your needs out because you take care of your needs, your wants take care of themselves. But we can have it all. You know what I'm saying? But what is it that you really need, and then what do you want? And I'll have a much better time because I'm structuring this whole site around you, the members. That's what it's about. Okay, so this is where steel sharpens steel. So if you want to get your spell work, your rituals on blast, and you know, be able to do so where you don't have to compartmentalize yourself, because I know a lot of you gotta hide your magical practices, things of that nature. We're gonna be dealing with all kinds of stuff, all kinds of different angles to this sorcery, magic, witchcraft life, the occult life, in regards to you, because I'm about conquering your physical reality, and that includes your money. So a heavy emphasis is going to be on like financial spell work, but not just spell work, other ways, because it's all about practicability. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now. Okay, so practicability is like you are able to do it. One of my big things right now, the biggest theme I'd say probably since around the eclipse, is simplification. Like I sit there and I'd be like, how can I simplify this? Because I'm a master at complicated shit. So, like, how can I simplify this? I believe in distilling things now. Like, what is the simplest thing? Like, how can we get the most leverage with the simplest thing? You know, according to Deuteronomy, sorcery and similar works is an abomination. Well, yeah, I'm sure it is. Stick around because you get to hear about the Satanic sorcery system. That's one of the things I'm here to talk about. So I'm so glad you're here. All right. Anyways, um, which hey, that's a good segue. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. So one of the foundations, as far as because you got to remember this, each one of you, you're going to join. You have something specific, and you have other sub things that you want to accomplish, knock out, experience, do whatever. And you want to be able to do this, and you want the edge of your spells, your witchcraft, your sorcery, all that good stuff, right? So I think, well, I didn't really explain this in detail, but before 888, I was going through this phase that I couldn't really tell anybody about. You know what I'm saying? Obviously. But I was just kind of like not knowing where to go next. Have you ever been in that like no man's land where you've done a lot to get where you are, but there's a whole new frontier in front of you, but you just don't know yet, like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? Like, what am I going to do now? Like, I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but I did. And I'm like, I was not making a big thing out of it because I know sometimes you just got to live and kind of let it come to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll get it when you're supposed to get it. So I did we actually all did a quantum leap ritual on 888. And it's funny because the ritual is called Your Financial Phoenix. And even though, yes, it is heavily leaning on the finance part, but when you change your finances and you change who you are and shit like that, to accomplish or to start to manifest or materialize this new financial situation you inadvertently, you cannot help but change yourself. So I did this ritual, and I've said this before, though. I did see one of my doppelgangers, one of my alternative selves, and he gave me like a big ass fucking file. And a part of this file was what I like to call the Satanic sorcery system. Now, I don't like complicated shit. Okay, so I'm gonna put it to you like this. What this is initially, you can look at it as like a template, right? And my template's going to look different than yours, like what I put in the template, how I arrange the template, because I'm going to customize it to me. Same thing with you. So no matter what path working you're doing, what spiritual modalities you like to incorporate, like we can use anything. And we're going to be using pretty much everything in this Master Your Magic membership site. And by the way, did I mention we will be doing group rituals? This is where I'm going to be doing the group rituals at, is in this membership site. Okay, but so what this basically does, the point of this whole system, right? I'm gonna start backwards. Let's take the word system. Now, I look at you as a system, just an overall system, right? This particular you system can, draw things in, certain things in, and also keeps things that you don't like out, right? But what happens when you're keeping shit that you want out now, so it's time to kind of alter and change the system. So you literally are a system, right? You as a whole, as a person, right? But then think about it. You're all these other little systems that make up you as a whole system. right? You got your nervous system, you got your skeletal system, you got your muscular system, you got your digestive system, you got your neural systems, you know what I'm saying? You got your parasympathetic and sympathetic systems, you got, you know, all these different systems combined to make one system that's you. So my little acronym for system is save. I heard an acronym that says save yourself time, energy, and money. That's what systems stand for, right? So when you have a system, the system begins to work for you. You see, like you might have to get it off the ground real quick, but then it starts to work for you, right? But my acronym is save yourself time, energy, and magic, right? Because I don't know about you, but I've spent a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of life force throwing spells, doing rituals, trying to do make what is it? A pound of prevention is worth more than cure. I've been throwing a lot. I've wasted a lot of time and energy trying to put out little fires, all this other shit. When if I had my little system in place, those would be a non-issue. And now I can really streamline and focus my energy and my sorcery on things that matter. You know what I mean? I would say it's almost like automating things, right? But in this sense, this is about, I really, truly, really fucking believe in merging the mystical with the mundane. I feel like that's where we're at right now as far as this whole age of Aquarius and all that. It's about synergy. And I really feel that because I used to be a compartmentalized magician also. Like magic was something I do when I go into my ritual room and all this, and the rest of it's just regular, but like mystical shit be happening every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't see why you should miss out on that. You know, so um being able to perceive, first of all, and experience, you know, these, whether it's big or small, throughout your whole life in your mundane, you know. I don't know if some of you have ever heard of like an astral altar, right? Creating an astral altar. And there's ways to where you put the astral altar over your actual physical environment, but you're using your mind and your imagination. That is another example of like fusing shit. You know what I'm saying? So the satanic part is not about worshiping the devil. Um, in this case, the satanic part means adversary. I don't know about you, but I think a lot of you are fucking rebels, just like me. We're rebellious, and we are adversaries to a lot of the mind control bullshit that we've been hit over the head with our whole entire lives. You know what I'm saying? We've always known something really ain't right with this shit. Certain aspects of life that everyone else just adheres to without question. We're like, what the fuck is you doing? What's the point of that? You know, work until you're 70 so then you can fucking retire and shit. Like, you know, shit like that. Like, I mean, just stuff like that. Just period. You know, all these rules and regulations with how you should live and if you're not living this way, when it's really about you must be you. That's one of the main things with this whole shit that I'm talking about is you being truly you, having the boldness and audacity to be you. And it's sad that I gotta say you gotta be bold and gotta have audacity to be you, because that's who the fuck you are, right? But you know, especially if you're a woman, because women are kind of more social. You know, even the loner women, they have this kind of sense of you know, versus a lot of us. Some of us men can be really fucking lone wolves and not really give a fuck. You know, I'm one of them. You know, so that's the satanic part, though. You know, is the adversary to the mind control, because we all are under mind control. And they keep trying and they keep whatever, but it's like now it's to the point, I know is this is true for many of you. The more that you see, the more you recognize it. It's becoming more and more visible to you. Versus maybe 10, 15 years ago, you didn't even notice that shit. But it's always been around us. It's always been, you know, thrown at us. The sorcery part, of course, sorcery is equivalent to alchemy, which is transformation, transmutation. So there's where you are, there's where you want to be. You know, you need a vehicle to experience that journey, you know, so that's what this is all about. So if there's any questions, by the way, you could leave something also in the chat too, because I'd love to. I'm just looking at some of these comments here. Okay, great. You know, if you don't got trolls, you don't got shit. Okay, so anyways, this will form kind of like the lens, anyways. And because it's so interchangeable, I don't care if you're into fucking Palo Mayombe, I don't care if you're into fucking Wicca, I don't care what modalities you use. If you're chaos, you know, there is an undercurrent of left-hand path kind of like ideology. And I'll just explain it like this to really simplify it. You're responsible for your own shit. If you're waiting on some sky daddy or sky mommy like Michael is, you know, to come fucking save him or some shit, you're asked out because ain't nobody coming to save you. So if you don't know how to save yourself and realize that you are the god, you are the goddess, you know, all that kind of shit. You're responsible for your fucking life type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't play that whole victim mentality shit here. Okay, that learned helplessness and all that other bullshit. You know, we don't do that here. That's another thing we are adversarial against. so, so, anyways, you get what I'm saying. You know, so that's what this is all about. And even though your path is your path, mine is mine. But while I'm on my path doing my shit and learning things, I can contribute to yours, and you definitely can contribute to mine. And we can contribute to each other's here. You know what I mean? So no, you don't have to be on the call every fucking Wednesday, but like you're gonna want to because you're gonna walk away from these coaching calls like just fuck. Besides being inspired, which is in spirit too, which is in spirit, you might hear one little piece. I can't tell you how many times the trajectory of my life has been changed by just a few words, literally. So I hope he is. So this is what's all going into the fucking site, though. You see what I mean? This was like a whole lot of shit. So I have to kind of go through this shit with a fine-tooth comb and figure out how I can. And of course, right now, I'm still like, this is brand new for me. Okay, I'm stopping something that I've based my whole career on, like doing one-on-ones and shit. You don't think this could be a little bit intimidating for me? Like I'm doing a whole new fucking thing because I'm walking my walk. I'm walking my talk. Okay, this shit is real, and you're gonna see this shit just fucking blossom and fucking blow up. You know what I'm saying? And that's it's going to. It is. It's already has. I'm just going through the motions of it, right? Just like it can be for you in the ways that matter most for you. And since you haven't joined yet, I don't know what those are yet. So I can't help you if I don't know what those are yet, right? But that's what this is all about. And I know a lot of people, the majority, they'd rather have somebody cast a spell like for them, which is nothing wrong with that, right? As opposed to really like, how can I be the fucking fisherman? I don't want you to give me a fish. I want to know how to fucking fish. And I want to know how to fucking fish really well. I want to know how to fish in the ocean. I want to know how to fish in little ponds and lakes. I want to know how to identify certain kinds of fish, where they hang out at, what times of day you know, if I want to catch this fish, I got to be up at dawn. If I want this one, I got to like come at dusk. Like, come on. So yeah, that's what this is all about. So there's a lot about this site that I'm still learning. Like I said, I'm going to build it around you, around the needs of the members. So we're gonna be locked in tight. All right. Other than that, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I was gonna actually do a little reading. I know we have a full moon. I just looked out the window and I seen the moon. It looked like it was getting full. So I was thinking of, you know, maybe doing a little full moon energy read. I'm sorry, but I think the moon is a fucking artificial installation. I know some of you are like so in love with the moon and shit, but I really, really fucking think that. I really fucking do. I don't think that shit's natural. I just seen an article today that's saying expect to see a second moon. It's an asteroid and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. But anyway, so yeah, The system here is a system that makes systems, okay? Because I want you to be able to, and okay, this is the main three components of it. It's only three. It's only three, okay? The first part is your power source. If you're going to be casting spells, altering reality and doing all this great shit, you're going to need some power. You're going to need some energy, okay? So we're going to get you reconnected, I should say, because you're never disconnected. That's why I hate saying that. But you know, you already have a lot of power. You're just not really aware of it, okay? But tapping into your greatest hidden occult power, which I like to call your divine inner child. Your divine inner child and your higher self or your divine self is one and the same. We're just talking two different aspects, okay? So, and also your authenticity. That's why I keep saying it's so fucking important that you do you. All right. You may be living in a way that is totally fucking inauthentic, and you don't even know it yet. And if you could prefer differently, I'm sure you would. But I'm telling you, it has to start now. It has to start. When else is it going to start? And if you're not living an authentic fucking life, whatever that means for you, based on you, your authentic would not be authentic for me. Okay? If you're not living from your authenticity, you you are severely limited in your power. I brought this up before about that fucking movie Mulan. I don't know, many of you have probably seen Mulan. It's the story of a great warrior. She joins the army to save her dad, I think, whatever. But the problem is the army doesn't take girls. She's a girl. So she goes through most of the movie pretending to be a boy, having to tuck her chi-chis and all that shit like that. Finally, this army is going up against this real powerful witch. And she finally has her day in the sun with the witch. And of course, she's a fucking witch. She could see what's going on. She knows what's up. And she was like, man, you're an amazing fucking warrior and shit, but you're living a lie. And as long as you're living a lie, the bad guys in the movies always drop the real shit. Shout out to Bobby Hemmett and Brother Panic. They've always fucking said that. And it's true. She said, as long as you're living a lie, you're leaking prana and chi. And I'm sure some of you have heard also, like, if you're also living a lie, this right here, your fucking throat chakra is shut like a dried up twat. You know what I'm saying? So you're just and they've actually hooked sensors to people and measured their electromagnetic field. And they took them through different ranges of emotions and stuff. We've all heard love is the highest. Love is very strong. Love is very powerful. Love is divine. Love all that good shit. But the highest fucking frequency is authenticity. That's why people who are like really genuinely, truly comfortable in their skin, they accept themselves. They're doing what the fuck they want to do, no matter what you think of it. They have this certain something that most people don't have because most people ain't living like that. They're not in tune with that. They're not in touch with that. They're not living from that shit. They're still trying to put on airs and shit. They're still living a lie. They're living somebody else's ideal. I will be doing Chanel some yes and no readings. If you want a yes or no reading, follow that ticker, by the way. And let me know if you do, because I'm on the phone right now. So I don't know if it may show me on the top of my phone if somebody, if the PayPal or the whatever you call it, but you know, I'll also probably read between the lines of your question. And yes, the heart chakra is the biggest energy field, but that is having to do with authenticity, not just love. You can love all you want, but if you're still living a lie, then how much are you loving? If you're not honoring your fucking self, right? Self-love is not just getting your nails done, having some nigga fucking massage your butt cheeks, at a fucking salon. Okay, getting your toes mani-pedi, sipping some wine, taking pictures, and saying me time on Instagram. Okay, that could be, but really truly honoring your fucking self is giving yourself finally permission to be who the fuck you are. That includes doing what the fuck you want to do, irregardless to what anybody fucking has to say about it, what they think about it. Yeah, you might get ridiculed at first. You might have people turn their backs on you at first or whatever. You have to be willing to go through that fire. Now, depending on how much you actually care about what people think, is going to depend on how hot that fire is for you. Some of you really, 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 really care, and you just front like you don't. Others, some of you really, truly don't give a fuck. So, and some of you also are afraid that if I do this, and I get kind of like they turn my back on me, like how I'm going to survive and shit. You know what I mean? You may be right now kind of even semi-dependent on somebody else, so you got to kind of consider that, and that might not be the move for you anymore. So rage out on that. You know what I'm saying? That'd be something to rage at. Because I'd be mad too, and I was mad. It does help though. Yes, I'm sure it does. Delicious movie. It does. It does. And you got to prepare, like Chanel says, the journey to greatness is a lonely one. It's definitely got its lonely parts. It could be a solo thing, but it doesn't necessarily got to be lonely. Like, because I'm alone 70% of the time by choice because I like it. So I'm not lonely, but I am alone. There's a difference. There's a big difference, you know. And if you're your own best company, hey, salute to you. You should be. You really should be. So if all this is, clicking for you, and you're seeing the light, and you're like, you know what? I'm ready for this shit. I'm really fucking ready for this shit. If you're tired of the bullshit and you really want to get some things done, and also, of course, like you don't know who you're going to end up meeting as the membership goes on and stuff like that. Like I'm telling you, the littlest fucking thing can change a major trajectory for you. It is so uncanny. I call them insignificant events. Actually, I don't call them that. This guy Burt Goldman did, but how one little insignificant event, it's like the butterfly effect. How it leads, it's the one thing that starts the dominoes to fall, right? And it may seem like a very insignificant event. You each can go back into your lives and be like, man, this big fucking thing started with this one little shit. Like maybe your choice to work at a certain place. Let's say maybe you had a few choices, right? You're like, I think I'll fucking go slide to Walmart. Fuck it, And because of that, that led to this, that led to that. Maybe you like me. I live in the Bay Area because I said can't we always say basically because I sent a bitch a message on Plenty of Fish. Okay, that's how I got here. Like that's like this whole fucking thing like unfolded, and it started with one fucking little message. It's crazy, crazy. Let's see. Um, Wise Fox says, "I'm my own best company because most people don't love themselves, so they can't love you. 90% are avoiding anyway." I have seen an uprising that people who are avoidant or they get like really uncomfortable. Like me, I'm the type of person like we could just be talking and yeah, it's like joking, but in a divine way, I could be like, you know what, I love you, and the other person might like squirm. I'm like, relax your fucking self, mommy. Okay, just relax. I don't mean like in a weird stalkery type of way, but I tell a lot of people I love them. It doesn't mean I'm in love with them or no shit like that. It's like, come on, like, hey, snap out of it. Like, come on. Ain't nothing wrong with love. Hey, shout out to South Africa. Thanks you for being here. I didn't know you was South Africa. Chanel Sane. So yeah, I totally agree with people. Just they don't know how to like. I think also I don't know like. Of course, the social media shit, the programming, the TikTok shit. You watch any of these fucking things, Instagram, a lot of these things. It's all a bunch of bullshit. You know, it's all a bunch of bullshit. The behavioral engineering is real. It really is, and it's been pretty successful as far, especially in my opinion, within the melanated community between men and women. It's been pretty fucking successful, I must say. I don't claim it for myself. I don't experience that for myself. But from what I see, just as like the little goat on the hill, just kind of looking around, like, I see a lot of people going through this shit. My ex said he loved me super fast and it freaked me out at the time. He was like, you were conditioned to think it's too soon to say it. Yeah, he's got a point, but at the same time, but then again, he might be right. That might be conditioning. Might be that's a good one. That's a good one. When I say it, like I'll say it after I first get your number, but like I'll say it more so in a joking way. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if I have like some kind of like divine type love for you, I don't mind to say, hey, you know what? I fucking love your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll know it. It's a difference between that and like I love you. It's a difference. It's a difference. You know. But people do get freaked out about that shit. I think they associate love with pain. I think that's a big thing. Because all the times that anyone has ever loved, especially in the early part of their life, it has always resulted in like the greatest of pain almost, especially like with this romantic shit, with this love shit, you know? Nicholas Davis. You would know, brother. He said it's been getting more toxic for real, for real. That's why you gotta like I I've gotten to be more fucking choosy, bro. I really have. I know you have too. I've gotten to be real choosy because when you like a statue ass fucking sexy god type figure, like you're gonna attract like all kinds of shit. So it's our job, brother, to like be able to. You gotta, we gotta sift through it. And even then, sometimes you might have a little crazies get through the cracks. I think sometimes we like a little crazy, but licious booty. Some people do really love in the moment. I do though. That's the thing. Like if I'm telling you, like, especially like if I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, there's a lot of people I tell that to. And they know that it's not like I'm trying to come on to them or whatever, but it's just a matter of fact thing. Like, yo, I see the whole mama state thing, the divine in me recognizes divine in you type shit. Like, fucking love your ass. You know what I'm saying? For real. I got love for you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's real shit. And I fucking mean it. Especially those who still believe in love. And that's the other thing. That's a good point. That's a good point. Because if you allow yourself to be conditioned that it can't happen in a certain way, you will keep it out. But you can have that type of experience where shit just flows and it may flow the way in other people's opinion, they may be like, that's kind of fast. Like they shouldn't have told you they loved you until it was 6 months and 3 days. That's the proper time. Like that's more mind control like that to me. Every situation is its own. How the fuck you gonna say? You know what I mean? There's love out there, but successful relationships require more than love. Then there needs to be respect, reciprocation, boundaries, fun, etc. You know what? I totally agree with that. I'm gonna start putting you guys' comments on here because y'all look good. In my personal definition of love, Love encompasses all that shit you just said right there. That's real shit. Nicholas Davis says one person can mess up a lot of shit. That's true. It's just kind of like the good girl gone bad thing. Just that one nigga. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say that. I've crumbled some queens in my day too. All right. So like I can't cast stones on you, brother. I shut up myself. You know? But yeah, I love all the pain takers. You have daddy issues? Did I hear you say daddy issues? Come here, baby. You know, it is what it is, you know. But oh shit, I don't know if I put it. If you look in the description box of this though, you will find the you can go to masteryourmagicnow.com. It's master your and then magic is magick now.com. You know what I'm saying? And you can find out more about the site where we're gonna be making some real serious moves. And it's not gonna take that fucking long for you to really start. Like I said, between 30 and 90 days, I'm betting the farm on it. You know, there's certain goals you may have or intentions that, you know, may take 6 months, may take up to a year. So fucking what? How fast has a year went by already? We're already almost to another fucking New Year's, and I swear to God, it just seemed like we just had one. We're going to fucking Halloween again. And I like fall, don't get me wrong, but to me, fall is like the precursor to the dark fucking winter, and I hate the dark winter, bro. I hate the sun. Shit. Mm. Um, Thomas, the boss man, says, I think it's all about compatibility, especially with the Chinese zodiac sign. Other than that, you can have million dates, but if you don't really connect or you are compatible with someone. Yeah, of course. I totally agree. I totally agree. Wise Fox, yo, I gotta put you up, bro. Your little sexy ass. Look, I'd almost say comment of the year with that. That's really how I fucking feel. Like they're fucking with us. They're playing in our face with this time shit. Because this shit has went by way too fucking fast. Way too fast. It's almost like I feel discombobulated, right, Spock? I really do. I really do. I'm I'm thinking, yeah, I'm feeling it too. I feel like I was on one of them merry-go-rounds in the park. You ever been on one of those and then got off that shit? That's how I feel. I be feeling that way. And I don't know if we're going through different, like with this whole CERN thing. I don't know if like I believe we do this shit anyways. I believe we go from different dimensions, different or alternate realities. We switch realities like all the time anyways. But I don't know if we're talking about other timelines. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but it's crazy. Thomas Bossman says it's worse when they got mommy issues. You know, the ones that I know with mommy issues, I know a lot. They could be pretty fucking cold-hearted. They could be very cold-hearted. The ones like with the daddy issues are at least a little, you know, they kind of like the fucking asshole shit. So, and I am an asshole. So, Licious Booty. What the fuck? Every time I say that name, the name shows up. I gotta say that. Like, you ain't lying. I still be in love. That is why I continue to love from a genuine place. A bad relationship can make you feel like there's no hope. Of course, yeah. Especially right after. You know, it's like a bad relationship at one point was really fucking good. And that's what made it so bad. Because it was a high and then a low. You know what I'm saying? However that was. I see. Yeah, I had mommy issues like a motherfucker. I see a lot of many dudes have it, and you're going to see it more because like if you just look at like the generation, let's face it, like my generation and probably your generation, like my generation fucked up a lot of shit as well. But at the same time, it wasn't really our fault. We were left at home all the time alone and shit. We basically had to raise ourselves and shit. That's real. But I look at some of the generations, it's like, oh my God, it's like you got these fucking crack babies raising babies. How, how, bro? How? And you wonder why. But then at the same time, you got this whole crop of this, what is it, Generation Alpha shit or whatever. But like, these niggas don't give a fuck. And in some ways, like, I applaud that shit. But in other ways, it's like you could see, I could see advancement, and at the same time, I see like degeneration. You know what I mean? So I guess it depends on the individual. But yeah, so go to masteryourmagicnow.com. First coaching call is coming up this week. Let's get acquainted, all right? When I said a soft opening, imagine like a restaurant, and it's like, yeah, we're open, we're cooking food, even though like we're still decorating on that side of the restaurant and shit like that. That's how it is. You know what I mean? So I think we're gonna do let's have a little fun for a second. Let's see does anybody know what this full moon is going to be? First of all, I have no idea. I stopped checking that shit. Wise Fox says, just broke up with one of them. I told him to go to therapy. Oh, well, in some ways, I am sorry to hear that, just because, but I don't know how much that breakup affected you, you know? I don't know if it really affected you or if it just was like, you know. Sometimes we can, yeah, like if, especially once you've had, I mean, because, people can die literally from a broken heart. People can literally die. So to think how like it can give them some form of a mental thing where maybe they become more sociopathic or more, I don't know, just kind of like maybe narcissistic without using an overused term, you know what I mean? But people can also get like that because of some of their past experiences and shit. And I'm gonna say it like this, and I don't care who the fuck gets mad, because Papa Shanquito fucking loves his goddesses. Without you, there's no me. Period. Period. And I mean that in every sense of the fucking word. From the business to my actual physical body. Like, without y'all, there's no me. I love the fuck out of you. Numero uno. Okay? But some of these bitches with these exuberant, and I'm not telling who should do what. Do what the fuck you want to do. I do know that it does affect women differently than it does men. Okay, with these exuberant body counts. I'm talking about some of these young ass bitches. Like, they're super young, and it's like, mommy, chill. Like, if you're planning on having a longer life, like, you're gonna want some of that mileage back, baby. Like, chill. Ah, what is your idea, woman? Oh shit. Back to this. I don't ever get tired of putting this goddamn thumbnail up. I got to say it. Okay, what is your ideal woman that can take you off the market right now? Woman, I'm not even going to get into that. We're not going to get into it. Now, I mean, I don't feel I don't feel I'm in that space. However, if like I ran across you and you just fucking inspired that kind of shit out of me, I think some of the things is going to be mutual understanding. Being in a situation, I think a lot of people, relate relationships to like having to, I mean, I know relationships have compromise, but usually in relationships, I've noticed like there's like one person usually kind of trying to change the other, as opposed to like y'all recognizing and really respecting each other and like growing together versus somebody trying to change or control somebody, you know? So that would be a major thing because I am a fucking Sag Supreme. And personal freedom and autonomy is like really big to the point where like I don't see myself giving that up. But under the right circumstances, and if you like bitches too, like, and we can go knock bitches together, like, I'm just keeping it a buck. You know, why not have the best of both worlds with the best of the best? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, what's fucking with that? Like, let's God and Goddess out this motherfucker, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even playing. Now, I'm not going to sit here and like, we're fucked up too. I'm only saying that because Thomas says here, don't get me started on narcissism, Miss Perfect. Yeah, I mean, does that exist? Yes, but like, you know, we be doing a lot of fucked up shit too. I mean, it's just the truth. We both do, you know? We both do. Kamira Davis says you can't change anyone. All you can do is accept them for, yeah, accept them for who they are, no matter. And you're either gonna deal with that or you're not. That's what my mommy told me. She said don't ever like you gotta accept them for how they are right now, not for how you think they may be and all this. A lot of y'all be getting yourselves sprung off of potential. You know, you think, oh, what they could maybe be or do versus what the fuck who they are right now. You know, can you deal with that who they are right now? If the answer is no, then just don't fuck with it. Don't get with somebody on what they might be or do. But yeah, Licious, that answers your question, baby. Okay. I hate when motherfuckers try to hide shit. It sabotages the how good it could have been. You know what? You're going on the wall of fame for that, Mr. Davis, brother Davis. I agree. It's it's disappointing to say the least. It really is, especially when there's no need for it. But I noticed that, you know, how can I say this? I have met some women who can really keep it a buck, and they'll tell you just straight the fuck up what it is. They may not tell you all their fucking business, their private business, and I understand that, but they keep it a buck. And I've met plenty of other women who, of course, there's a certain image that they want me to see them as if I'm not a fucking professional seer and I can see right fucking through you and tell you like some of the thoughts you're thinking and shit like that. You know what I mean? But I'll play. We'll play the game. You know what I'm saying? But like, and I do understand that that's kind of a natural thing though. I don't really fault them for that. But you know, it's you meet a woman who can actually keep it 100. You know, like, cause I'm gonna keep it a fucking billion with you. That doesn't mean I'm gonna tell you all my personal business, cause certain a lot of shit is just not your business. But whatever concerns you and I'm gonna keep it a fucking buck with you. You know, so I understand the disappointment there, especially if you're on that page where like you believe in you're keeping it a buck, and then you don't get that in return. You know, I agree. That's why I moved on. I want him to heal, but wasn't fucking with his fucking with his current version. You know, I feel that. Absolutely. The fish isn't ready yet. You gotta throw it back in the pond, mommy. You know what I'm saying? It's not ready yet. It may never be ready, you know. Uh every time you comment, I'm gonna keep putting you up there just so fellas, you're welcome. Okay. So, but would you change to be with that type of woman you describe right now, like marriage? Um, anything is possible. In the occult, we say anything, nothing is real, and everything is possible. Everything's permissible. You know what I mean? So, Absolutely. But you know, for a man, a woman, y'all are like our really, y'all are like our fucking muse. Like you don't get us, you don't make us change. You inspire us to change. Like I've seen niggas that have been like living at home with their fucking grown ass brothers at mom's house and all this other shit, playing video games, working a job, you know, just bullshit. They get with a woman, and the next thing you know, they start making moves and shit. Like that's the effect a real woman has on a man. You know what I'm saying? Like she's gonna activate something in you. She is, especially the right one. You know what I'm saying? Or the right kind, I'll say. Like they're gonna activate shit in you that was dormant. You know, and that's why we need each other because I think it goes both ways. That item, what? That item, Nicholas Davis, that item thing is Aggie because in the 48 laws never appear to be too perfect. Now I'm looking to find out. I mean, it's like a dead giveaway. If you know, you know. Like I think it's more attractive when someone can admit, like, yeah, their flaws or just be, you know, matter of fact about it. You know, like that's sexy to me. You know, because nobody's life is perfect. So like everyone has shit that they don't like, shit that they really like, shit that they feel like they can improve. There's shit that they want that they currently don't have. Like everyone has that shit. So like everyone's life is no one's life is fucking perfect. Wise Fox says, I agree, Thomas, 100%. Honesty with oneself first and foremost, and then honesty with whoever you're dealing with. Absolutely, absolutely. Tired of these karmic relationships. Spirit just. It says spirit just send me something legit. All right, well, you know what they say. You know what they say. I mean, to mail me out there is going to cost a lot. Okay, that's all I'm going to say to you. All right, that's all I'm going to say to you. So let's do this. Does anybody know what the loan's going to be in? I'm sorry, I'll use these ones right here. Does uh does anybody know? Anybody know? I know a lot. I know a lot of people who really fuck with me on this shit. Like y'all may do like attraction spells or magic, but I think some of you be secretly doing like love spells. If you want to call them love spells, maybe they're not necessarily love spells, but they are a spell to get somebody wrapped. You know what I mean? And yes, it's all ego. It's so fucking what? You get one time around this fucking rock in this version that you are right now. Like, if you want to fucking zap somebody, then fucking zap somebody. All right, shit. Once again, does anybody know what this is for the full moon in whatever it's going to be? Is it in Libra? Since nobody knows, it's just going to be a full moon because I have no clue. I stopped checking this shit. Oh, for real? Thank you, Smooth. It's this fucking thing, man. Um, can you hear me now? Does anybody know what the full moon is going to be? Hey, did it just start cutting me in and out? Do I have a mic? I don't. I might have a way. Is it okay right now? Is the audio coming through right now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Some shit. Type shit. Can you? Okay, good. Thank y'all. Appreciate you for letting me know that. Full moon is on the 17th. Thank you, DJ. Hey, what's up, DJ? Why didn't you say hi early? Make me put you over my knee. Shit, god damn it. Don't you ever do that. I need to see. Alright, well, whatever the fuck it is, we're gonna do a full moon. Would you like some full moon energy weed? Would you? Okay, tell you what. If you want to connect yourself to this reading, go ahead and just harvest moon. Hey, well, that's good. That means things is coming to harvest. So see, even this membership site is like coming at the right fucking time. You know what I'm saying? All right. Well then, let's get down to it, shall we? Go ahead and just focus. Just go ahead and gaze at the ring as if you're almost looking through it, like you're spacing out while looking at it. And go ahead and just take a nice deep breath, nice and relaxing, all the way to the top. And when you're at the top, hold it for 3, 2, 1, and then just go ahead and allow it to go. At the same time, all your stress is evaporating. Your mind's actually opening right now because you're relaxed. You're getting into that state where whatever information, if there's any information for you personally, this is what's going to come through. All right. So go ahead and now that I have all this here, now that I have all this here, let's do a full moon read. Harvest. What is the energy here? Give me whatever information, whatever words or facts in the cap for whoever needs to hear. Harvest moon, full moon, 2024. So we've been told. Who really knows what year it actually is, too? So good. Yeah, thank you. One more time, thank you. Please speak loud and clear for these cards. Thank you. Pisces. Oh my God. Super harvest moon, huh? Well, I think we better get busy then, huh? Shit. We're gonna do. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do 8 cards. Usually I do an what do you call it? An odd number. But you know what? We're gonna break the fucking rules. All right. We're gonna do 8 cards. Who made the rules anyway? Shit. And why have I just been blindly following them? You got beef with Pisces? Did you just break up with Pisces, my Fox? Oh shit, they're gonna start banging now. Look. Fuck Pisces. Fuck Virgo. Watch. Someone else gonna say some other shit. Watch. All right. Yeah. Just give me 1 second. I'm tapping into this shit here. Okay. You ready for this? All right. I'm gonna start where my eye was drawn first. Okay. You're dating Pisces. I'm dating. Ha! I'm half Pisces, so you know how that shit goes. My moon, anyway. Half fish. This is the first card that I'm looking at. Artistic Mimic, what up? I feel like it's been a while. Okay, this is This is one of the things known as, there are some of you who um this is let this be fucking just straight up spirit shit here, okay? Fuck with just like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, some of you are hindering some type of rest, recovery, uh, you know, like rehabilitation, if you will. Take it how you will. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like some of you are not getting that, and you need that. Okay, and so I don't know if it's physical. It's probably physical. All right. Some of you, this actually comes through a change in work too. Some of you, your work or occupation is making you sick right now. Okay. This is also the card for me. Every time I see this card, it always speaks to the same thing. Also, one of the things is, and I guess you could just say it's self-sabotage. Okay. It's self-sabotage, but it's also regular sabotage. All right. I definitely feel like somebody's health or work world has been seemingly very unstable, or maybe it's just like you feel it's unstable because of the things that you kind of imagine, like, what if this happens? What if that happens? Right? But it's definitely tangible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like there's different elements here going on for whoever this is. Now, the good news about this is it's a four. So even if it's reversed, which this one is, fours, eights, and tens are really powerful numbers. They also speak of like protection. And you know what? There's a stability here, even though you might not be feeling really stable in these areas that I just said to you right now. Some of you, like your health has just been kind of like, maybe you don't know what's going on, you know? And things is like, damn, bro. Like, yeah, I mean, I've been gone from YouTube for a while. Artists like they terminated my account, so I actually recently just got back. But yeah, so this is and in the same way, I think that something definitely is needing to come to. Okay, whether it's the way that you've been getting in your own way, we need to put that in a coffin. Okay, some of you, it's the line of work or the place you're technically, literally working at now is no bueno. It's no bueno. Certain stresses on your nervous system, stuff like that, can definitely cause illnesses as well. So uh, you're going to want to definitely take care of yourself. I'm struggling with the place I moved into about 30 months ago. Hmm. Hey, brother, he said, Thomas, he said, Virgo men act like girls. There's one Virgo nigga that I know. He almost ruined it for all Virgo. Like, my mother's a Virgo, so like, and she's like my best friend, but like, I would almost tend to agree with you, bro. Like, no offense to any other Virgo dudes, you know what I'm saying? But this one bitch ass nigga, like, anyways. Uh, so you also have two fours together. Someone also, I feel like right now, someone here either watching this or going to watch this, just one of the feelings I'm getting also is like, you feel like, in a way, like, you feeling like you've been imprisoned. Maybe you feel like you're imprisoned in like a loop of living, and it just seems really difficult, like to get the fuck out of it. Like somebody here also feels like they're trapped in the same day. Like you kind of feel like, fuck, blood. Like I'm aware that there's other life going on. Like, but yet and still, even though I want to go this way or I want to go that way, I still like keep just fucking living the same shit. I feel like in some ways, you know, you're not trapped, but it feels like you are. Anyways, you can also expect with this harvest moon energy, some like good luck coming through. All right, some good luck, but it's going to be like, it's not going to be good luck that you just couldn't see coming. It's going to be from something that's already going on. uh it may have something to do with either something work related. To me, it also may feel something. I don't know if there's somebody here that's writing something, doing something having to do with the intellect, whether it's school, some type of other type of education, whatever it is. I don't know, but you know, well, Smooth, you're definitely on your way because Smooth is a member, and you know what? We're gonna end up doing that shit. I'm telling you right now. Mark it. What they say? Clock it. Right? Like, watch 30 to 90 days. You're gonna be like, holy fuck, bro. Watch. Okay, so yeah, got that. You know, this is also gonna be a time for somebody here. I don't know who the fuck this is. But this is also gonna be a time where somebody's gonna come to understand themselves, their whole emotional shit, you know, to a whole other degree. A whole other degree. All right. This may have to do with an air sign. Okay. It may not be an air sign, but you know, I'm feeling heavy air energy, maybe even Aquarius energy, perhaps. But it could be any sign. Okay. But yeah, this is like, in a way, I'm looking this at this time right now as kind of like a new you type of thing. But when I say a new you, I just mean like, I don't know. To me, it feels like you're stronger. You have a stronger sense. You understand how your fucking shit works. All right. So you're not so easily triggered like you were before. You know, your emotions can't just take you and drag your ass anymore like they used to. Yeah, you still have things and shit like that. You're human too. You know what I mean? But it's a little bit different. You learn some things. You learned from within. Why do I get like this when they fill in the blank? How come when he or she said this, I got like this? You know what I mean? Fill in the blank. So there's something like that if I'm communicating this. Yeah, you got some good luck. You got some good luck there, DJ. I feel like this definitely applies to you. Okay, definitely. Now, next card. Let's see. Okay, let me say this though too. Some of you need to clean house. Some of you have people that are. I'm kind of getting. I don't want to use an overused term, but I'm kind of getting like energy vampire type energy. You know what I'm saying? They're taking something of value. Maybe it's your time. Maybe it's your money. Maybe it's like you doing favors for them. Can you watch my kids? Can you take me over here? Can you know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly how, but it is starting to, it's like their fucked up orbit is starting to affect your orbit if you were planets. Okay. That's one thing. Another thing I do want to also say is be very mindful. And I'm not going to say the rest of that shit because I am so fucking like, that shit is, I'm so fucking tired of that shit. I don't know how this shit happens, you know, that very cutesy. No, I mean, fuck that. All right. But there's somebody here. You need to be very careful because I feel like the theme of theft of money from you. Somebody taking some money literally from you. All right. Now this can happen in maybe they borrow it without any intent to pay it back. Maybe they go in your purse or your wallet while you sleep or while you whatever. I don't know, while you go into the other room or some shit. Or this is really, really coming to me heavy, like fraud, skimmers, you name it, that type of shit. You go to the gas station, um, double check. All right, double check. If you're gonna use your card, double check where you're using your card. Okay. All right. And let's see here. This could also be a very volatile. This can also be a very volatile time. Some of you are there's something you're going to be changing your mind about, especially if it has to do with finances, whether it's what you do with your finances, if you're having a choice. Some of you are like fed up with just the way that your financial life has been, so you're going to make a change, okay? But what I was going to say also is you're going to also want to be you're going to want to be aware, because I feel like there's also a heightened probability of like verbal arguments, blowouts, especially if you're like a Sag, because we have a way of just saying some shit and then it's like the relationship is never the same. Even if we kind of like patch it up, like that shit still gets brought back 10 years later, like because we say that type of shit. So if you're one of those, even if you're not a Sag, if you're just one of those, please, like, I'm not saying not to do that, but like I just see there's gonna be there's a lot of potential here for like fucking arguments and misunderstanding. Okay, like I said, like blowouts. Yeah, I can lock that motherfucker up. Damn, exactly. I'm really just feeling that. So whoever that is for, just maybe by you being just a little extra cautious. I had my card. I think it was like I want to say like maybe a few months ago, and I'm really trying to figure out like how the fuck it happened. I know one time I went to a water machine and I didn't have any dollars or quarters, and I wanted to fill up a bottle of water, and it had a little card thing, and I just was like, "Fuck it, I'll just use the card." Man, next day, shit, I started seeing somebody ordered $300 of fucking chicken wings from fucking Wingstop, and then another one came through for some fucking $500 bag from some place, and then right after that, another thing came through, and I'm watching this shit like, oh fuck, and I'm trying to get on the phone with the banking place, you know what I'm saying, and like having to put a stop to this shit like as it's happening, you know what I mean? Luckily, because I'm a Sag with luckiest, I caught it right, like literally as it was happening. Something just told me, like, yo, check your email associated with like this bank thing. And it was like, oh, you have a charge from this. I'm like, what? Wingstop? I don't even eat that shit. You know what I mean? Crazy. Okay. Now is the time, though, for some of you to make that change as far as your money goes. You have an idea, you got something that you want to do, and really it's just that one foot from the other. It really is. It really, really is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm also getting that. All right. Finally, this is the time also too that you're gonna want to, you might want to do a little spell work right about now. Okay, because to project from your mind, because that's what you're doing when you're doing spell work, anyways. But this is the time for that. Your thoughts are like fucking razor sharp arrows right now. So I would implore you to focus that shit, okay? Focus that shit, even if it's just on one thing that you really want right now or that you've been gunning for. Nail that shit, all right? Nail that shit. But that's basically what I have for you right now. I know that you have some of them waiting. Wow, who do we got? Oh, that's not. Okay, never mind that. Anyways, oh wait, there was one more. One more. Um, so like I said, you already know. I feel like in that five of diamonds shit, that's for those who kind of like already started something, but then you kind of fell off of it. Like continue that shit. Get back to that. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know if it's for you or not. All right. Um, I do have this too. Like, you know how harvest is kind of like the end of something in a way. I feel though that something is also going to be born from this shit. There's something else new. I see a lot of things with finances here. But the other thing is the suit of diamonds for me in my little system represents the fall, right? So this is like right on time in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like this is when shit comes to harvest, the diamonds, right? When it comes to fruition. Ah, So if you'd like to ask your own question before we skedaddle out of here, follow the ticker, ladies and gentlemen. I'd love to deal with your yes or no, maybe so, however you want to put it. Anyhow, that's just some of the shit that came through. It's kind of like a freestyle. You know, I wasn't expecting some movie type of message. I knew it was going to be like bits and pieces. I could just feel it. But yeah, make sure you just, yeah, these motherfuckers are slick with it, man. Like I've seen them switch out the card swiper at a Target. Like there's employees all over the place. There's people supposed to be standing around watching the shit, and they just fucking swipe it out real quick. Bye bye. You know what I'm saying? Of course, like the security camera catches you. You know what I'm saying? Target has one of the best securities fucking shit that I've seen. Anyways, once again, if you'd like to ask a question, something that you want to get a read on, taking advantage of this Papa Shungito shit right here, right now, please follow this ticker. Okay, you can do that with paypal.me/Shango Ray or $Ray Shango. All right. Do we got some Lurkishas in the house? Lurkisha? I think there is a Lurkisha or two because I'm looking at who's actually like, oh, little young grabback, what's up? I'm hungry. All the food we talking about. For real. Don't steal it. Wise Fox said Walmart too. You know what's funny? Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm very transparent, like with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like back in my day, like especially like with the Walmart shit, like Walmart, even Target too. I would have a watch, right? Imagine I have a watch. Here's the dial of the watch. I put the dial on my wrist, right? Then I would go to the 99-cent section, like where you can get travel, like a travel soap container, right? You know how it has the little sticker barcode? I'd take the little sticker barcode off and I'd put it on the fucking dial of the watch, right? So then when I go to self checkout, and this is obviously back in the day because like, yeah, I wouldn't even think of this shit now. But then I act like I'm, let's say this is something a whole lot more expensive. I would act like I'm scanning this, but my watch is going over the scanner, right? With the little 99-cent price tag. Beep. And yeah, that's one hustle. Here's another hustle. So, but like I said, these are all outdated now. Like I'm talking, these were like from 2013, 14, you know, back in my homeless days and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then one is you kind of walk around the parking lot, right? And you find receipts from Target, right? So let's say you find one and it's like somebody paid with cash, maybe, right? You want the ones that they pay with cash. So somebody paid with cash, they bought a couple things and they bought a comforter or some shit. Maybe they bought some comforters or something. And whatever it is, right? For $100. So what you're gonna do, or what you would have did, I'll say it that way, because we're not advocating that here. So you take that receipt and then you go into the store, you go into the comfort section, the comforter section, right? And you find the comforter, because you'll see it'll say like gray flannel comforter, $100, and it'll be like a number right next to it, right? So you want to look for that number. So you find the exact fucking same one that's on this receipt, and you just kind of put it in your fucking thing, right? Your cart, right? And then what you would end up doing is you would go to the return section and you say, hey, yeah, I was looking around. Maybe even have a couple little things that you want to buy, something like can't, a couple little nothings that you want to buy, right? So, because when you go to the return desk, you can also buy shit. You can also purchase your shit there too. So you say, hey, well, I wanted to purchase this, and then like I also wanted to make a return. And if they're slacking on the macking, you can get it through. You know what I'm saying? You can be like, yeah, well, I just bought it. It's just this comforter right here. I bought it like a couple hours ago. Or you look at obviously when the person came in, like and they'll just whatever, and then like they process your fucking return. And if you paid cash, they'll just give it to you cash. Um, I'm trying to think. I think they used to give you an option as far as like. Yeah, DJ said this is old school, right? You can't do this shit anymore. Like they'll be on your ass. Like you can't do none of this shit anymore. Like this was back in the golden days. Like you can get away with a lot of shit back then, but they didn't tighten their shit up. You can't do that shit no more. Let's just say I know how to dodge a bill. Yeah. Yeah. But my little watch trick, that shit used to be, man, that was fucking gold. That was gold. Matter of fact, like the very workout bitch I still have, I was fucking with a bitch and she like switched the price tags on that shit and stuff and like got it for like dirt, like almost nothing. And the person checked going through a not a self checkout, but where they're actually a person is checking you out. They didn't even catch that shit. Because if it's too heavy, they're just gonna like scan it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have it in the cart, they're just gonna scan it. They're not gonna tell you lift it up, put it on the fucking scale and shit. Yeah, it's the same now though. Wise Fox, it's the same now. I heard of a scam I thought was pretty fucking genius, to be honest. Like you go rent a car, maybe you rent it for 3 days, right? Nice car. Not super brand new, but not old at all. Like, something cool. Something cool. Something nice. You know what I mean? Um, oh shit. Tim, what's going on, brother? Hey Tim, could you please put your question in the chat for me when you're ready? You go get a car, you rent a car, right? Then what I heard they do, right, is they advertise for sale. I sent the okay. Oh, my bad. Okay, little. I keep okay. Lil Young, what you got, bro? As far as do you have a specific question I can help you with? And thank you, brother. I appreciate you also, by the way. You know that. So you go rent the car and then you put it on like I know. You obviously have a fake pink slip, right? And this should be a car that you could easily sell for $10,000 cash, and at least $10,000 cash, right? That's what I'm saying. You don't want it to be like super new because then it's like, and you're selling this for 10,000. That's kind of like, it's too suspect. So maybe if it's a couple years old, 2, 3 years old, right? So you find someone who has the cash to come check it out. You have the fake pink slip. You have all that shit. They pay you the cash, right? But you have a fucking tracker on the car. You also have a spare key. So they're gonna go park that car, right? And then at any given time, you're gonna go in there with your fucking key because there ain't no alarm's gonna go off. You got the fucking spare key with it, and you're gonna take that car back. And so you have this car for 2 or 3 days. You might do this, 2 or 3 times. And if you're knocking them for 10 G's a piece, I'm saying, yes, Little Young. I don't know if you heard me, brother. Do you have a specific question I can help you with? We can dive into tonight, right now. I thought that one was slick though. I'm like, that's slick, and you can just do it from town to town. Like, I used to be with the shits, like really with the shits, like. really. And no shame in it either, like, you know what I'm saying? Paging, Little Young. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't heard from Cat. Oh, why haven't I heard from Cat? Okay, let's get it. All right. You know how this works, brother. All right. So go ahead and you know what? I'm gonna be having a live event out there within 6 months. I have a feeling we are going to actually meet in person. Wise Fox, you know you're invited too. All right, shit. Hey, all right. So go ahead and just place your gaze on the ring, the eye of destiny. When you're ready, go ahead and just take a nice, slow, deep breath in all the way to the top. You're at the top. Just go ahead, hold it for the count of 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and just release that shit with a sigh, all stress, all whatever, making room and way for the answers that need to come to you right now. All right, we in there. Mm-hmm. Delicious. I heard of renting the car to swipe the tires so you do not have to purchase new tires. Hey man, whatever corners need to be cut, there's a way. You know what I'm saying? There is a way. There is a way. Why hasn't? What's the reason, Cat? One more time. What is the reason, Cat? All facts in the Cat. That's a manageable scale. Ah, yeah. Yep. So, yeah. Uh, Interesting. The first card is a woman's card. We're gonna do 5 cards. Okay. Hold on real fast here. Hmm. Well, the situation with Cat, I'm going to tell you the first impression that I had right now. Let me be honest with you. Okay. I feel that, or I'm getting the sense that there was maybe something else going on with somebody else or something, another situation, we'll say. And things didn't really get too far, but far enough to cause some disappointment with her, like, you know what I mean? Because I'm seeing this. Look, I'll show you the first 2 cards. Hearts, Ace of Hearts. And yeah, something. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. You know I gotta keep it a buck. I feel like there was something else in the orbit, man. There was another satellite that kind of had her attention. Okay, I'm just keeping it a buck. I gotta be real with you. Like that's one of the things that I'm getting. Now I do feel also that in some ways she was feeling like There was something about you and hers situation that she also wanted to change, but felt like it just wasn't changing. It just wasn't happening, you know? I do feel like I said though that definitely there was some other activity, something else was going on, and it was kind of like, hey, this might actually turn into something, maybe. And then there was some disappointment. So she was kind of like preoccupied with that. I'm getting that very, very strong, to be honest with you. Hmm. I'm looking at some other things here. In addition to, I feel like there was also something going on with her home. All right, or yeah. Let me see here. Something going on with her home. Although I'm not necessarily getting that it's even something negative. It just had her attention. Okay, it just had her attention. What to me kind of like was interrupting you or her with you was this other situation. I don't know what if I don't I just know it was like another energy. There's your energy, there's her energy, and then there's like another energy. And there was definitely some disappointment behind that. um, I've turned this into a scam channel. Put your best scam in the comments. All right. Now hold on. This is, I feel too that somebody was like helping her out. That's kind of why this person, thank you, why they kind of started getting some of the more of the attention whenever that started. Whenever you noticed, like, yo, this broad's getting a little like she's lackadaisical with me now. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not being as responsive, taking a lot fucking longer. Maybe you've heard that I fell asleep shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody was like helping her out. There may have been some type of bills getting paid that can actually still be going on. All right. Yeah, because look at this is what I'm look, check this out, bro. You have the six of diamonds. This is either receiving a lifeline, a gift, right? Or something that you really need though. Either receiving it or you giving it to somebody. In this case, I'm getting that it was given to her. All right. Uh, then there's this, the home, and it's not reversed, right? It's right side up. So this is the home, and then you have this another money one, cornucopia, abundance. So I don't know exactly what the situation is. I just really feel the bottom line, bro. I feel like there's someone trying to pay like they weigh. Is Cat fine? By the way, would you say she's fine? Like if you was walking down the street, you'd be like, God damn, like they'd be none the wiser and they'd have insurance anyway. Y'all are crazy. Anyways, yeah. So that's what I'm getting here, bro. She's kind of taking a detour. In some ways, I'm feeling also. This sounds like another girl I know. Well, I asked about Cat, and it's what I'm getting. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if Cat may also deal with the finer species, the goddesses too. I think personally, most women have some degree of like bisexual thing to them or whatever. But whoever this is, the bottom line though is somebody is in her energy that is like helping her out in a lot of ways that I don't want to say like you weren't, but maybe they can help out to a greater degree. you know, or something like that, or like it definitely has to do with like some money. I'm definitely seeing that. It definitely has to do with some money, bro. Like someone is paying like their way in, or they're well, I call it tricking. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah. And I feel like, you know, in response to my question, Cat is the recipient of said tricking. You know what I mean? Like in a way, like who wouldn't really? Like if you had some bitch trying to buy and like treat you, brother, I don't know you personally, but I'm pretty sure you would. You know what I'm saying? And if she wasn't that hard to look at, like I'm pretty sure you would. I'm pretty sure you would. Yeah, I can't pay nothing. See, that's what I'm talking about, my nigga. You know, like she Cat is was in some form or fashion either going through it or stressing out over it, right? So if she's stressing out over it, and if someone else is like, oh, you know, I could help take that stress away, you know, a little bit, you know, like that's gonna get most of these bitches' attention. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough to keep them, obviously, but they'll file. You know how I swear to I love my goddesses, so please, you know what I'm saying this to y'all, I'm saying it with love. But most of y'all have fucking little, even if it's a small roster, but you got niggas for everything. You got a nigga to pay this bill or that bill or the bills. You got a nigga to bust the back out. You got like most of you do have that some kind of that situation going on. All right, a nigga to call like if you need a fucking ride here, there, do whatever. Like you know what I mean? Just whatever. Just to take you out and throw some food down your throat. You know what I'm saying? Like you got one of those, and then you got that nigga like that. You really, if he was to be like you, my bitch, now you'd be like, yes. There's that one too. That's me. You know, I wish he checked on me like this other square ass nigga with his good morning, grand rising, guys. Grand rising. You know what I mean? Why Spark said, yeah. Hey, is she fine or what? Is she fine? I want to know that. Like, in your opinion, is she fine? Hey, Shimano 5, I need to find an old lady like this. No, nigga, you could find like something that's. Look, let me tell you something, okay? I'm gonna give you a little bit of something here, all right? I'm sure your older brother may have laced you because he's also an archer too. You can find, you don't need no fucking old lady. You don't need no fucking old lady. You just need a lady who's had some money, who ain't tripping off of money, who has everything that kind of like her money can buy physically wise, anyways. Those bitches, they value the intangible shit that you cannot buy, that your average broke bitch is gonna overlook because she's still in her tummy. She's in survival mode. But a bitch whose bills are paid and gonna be paid, it's like, what next? She has emotional needs, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So you can even get like a bad one. A lot of times they're paying you to leave, bro. They want you when they want you for what they want you. They'll take care of you. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Maybe especially if they're feeling you, they're gonna want to show their appreciation. How? What do they have? Well, they have a lot of material shit. They have a lot of money or disposable income. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna want to lace you and show their appreciation. Especially if you hitting that shit correctly. Oh yeah, the gratitude just spurts out. It spurts out, spurts and squirts. I'm telling you, looks 6, but body 8. So in case you missed that, Wise Fox, she looks 6, but the body is an 8. So if you put it together, then she's probably about a 7, huh? 780, 7.5. Not bad. Not bad, Little Young. But Little Young, you understand what I'm saying, bro? Like, it's not that complicated. It's really not. Now I know, maybe me saying it, it's like, well, it's easy for you to say. Like, I don't know. But I believe in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got needs, bro. They got needs. Like the money part is old. Ben had money. I can't remember the last time I've been broke type shit. Like whatever they need, they just get it. Like it's nothing. Those are the ones you want to get. If you're, for these purposes. But there has to be something exchanged. But you know what? It's not just that. It's the whole fucking shebang. It's the whole shebang. Like her mind, her emotions, the way you make her feel. And yes, all of that. So if the thing ain't hitting, no, you can't. I'm just putting up here because I want to see your thumbnail. I want all to see the thumbnail. That's it. If the thing ain't hitting, no, you can't. That's pretty much the general consensus, though, right? I mean, if I was a bitch, I wouldn't waste no time on no non-hitting shit. Like, same with pussy. Like, you want that pussy to hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, to smack. You know what I mean? Shit. What you look like, DJ. I'll head to the rich part. I mean, I'm saying, like, yeah, for real. You're giving me ideas now, reminding me of old times. Yeah. A good place are lounges, nice lounges by by airports and shit. Like the nicer kind of hotel with a cool little lounge. Not where it's all fucking loud. You can't even. You got to be screaming in each other's ear and shit. I can't really give you these isms and schisms like that. You know. Actually, I can, but I got to use more body language. It's more of a. But I like talking. I like conversation. I want to be able to hear you, and I definitely want to make sure you hear me. This needs to go right up in your ear, pussy. Okay. I'll head out to the rich. Yeah, for real. I'm telling you, they're looking for stimulation, man. They really are. They're looking for a particular kind too. They may not even be aware that they're missing it out. But once they run across you, they're like, I realize I've been missing this shit all my life. He said I look fantastic, but if you're a woman, you will have to see for yourself. I like that. That's the spirit, brother. That's the spirit. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to big yourself up. You should. Licious Booty says, I like what is ugly, handsome type? What does that mean? Like, in your opinion, what is an ugly, handsome type? I'm going to take it that, like, the handsome part also is like the body is probably on point or more on point. Maybe he has like a fucking scar or some shit like that. The medium uglies. Yes, can I get a medium ugly? Just yeah. I'm not in the mood for all that shit. I want a little bit of ugly with my order. Thank you. Yeah. Licious said, yeah. Okay. So not like the typical pretty boy, like what is considered like, oh my God, like how like they say people like imperfections, you know? Is that kind of what you mean also? From what I've seen, it's like Marshawn Lynch types. You know what that all is too, though? That's like that individual, the vibe makes them attractive no matter what they look like. So their vibe and aura is magnetic as fuck and attractive, but they physically might not be that fucking attractive. You know what I mean? Those the one chicks mention when they say medium ugly. Lisha said, no pretty boys. Well, Lisha, thank God I'm not one. So, I did not even know that about the medium. I just, this is actually my first time hearing about medium uglies. Like, my mom always tells me, she used to tell me, especially when I was a kid, like, every day you should learn something new. And you know what? If she could see me now, she was on this live now. Guys I date are always a solid 7 or 8, says Wise Fox. Nothing crazy. I mean, couldn't a 7 or 8 be considered a little crazy? Like, that's not like you're saying 7 or 8 as if that's just normal and every guy is just a 7 or 8. Like, what happened to the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1s and shit? Because I know they exist, you know? Ugh. Yeah, so it really don't even honestly, it don't even matter. But I mean, it does matter, but it doesn't really matter what you fucking look like. If your vibe can overcome a lot of that shit. You can make her sexually attracted to you. Yes, you can. Because I'm generous with my ratings. Well, then you're not being honest then. That's not being honest. Generous is kind of like that means you fudging it. You know what I'm saying? What is it really? If you didn't know the person enough to where you had to be generous, what would it be? You know? Love nerdy dudes, so they're 7s to me. I'm all the beauty a nigga need, period. Well, I'll tell you what, you know, I'm not gonna dispute you if that is you with that swing on the back porch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna dispute that. Not at all. Not at all. But ladies, you can actually confirm what I'm saying, though, right? It's about how you feel with this guy, how he makes you feel. Does he kind of like, kind of keep you guessing, his vibe, his aura, his attitude about himself too? Like, is he solid or is he more of a bitch? You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like, tell me those things don't make a difference to you. You know they do. You know they do. I'm sticking to your rating. Look. That's fine. I mean, you can stick to your little rating. That's fine. Like I knew this. There was this white boy in school, in like high school, right? And he was real skinny, fucking nerdy looking motherfucker, right? Blonde, wore glasses, and you know what his nickname was Waldo because he'd always wear this like striped shirt and this funny hat, and he looked exactly, I mean, exactly like Where's Waldo. That's what he looked like. But I swear to God, real recognize real. I ain't got no problem in salute. Like I was getting mine. So like I had no like, this motherfucker got bitches. Like I'm talking like, and a lot of the other dudes was like, how? How, bro? Like how the fuck? Like he was comfortable in his own skin. He embraced his nerdiness and shit. Like he rocked with what he rocked. And like I swear to God, this dude had like, I mean, bad bitches too. So like, I mean, he wasn't taking nothing from me. You know what I'm saying? So like, I actually like seeing that shit. So like, to me, I congratulate that shit. I'm from the, I guess you could say from the old school. Where yeah, all this other little bitch ass hating shit and stuff. Nah, that's why you love nerds. Ha! Well, call me Urkel. Hey, what was that? What was his alter ego? when he got all suave and shit, it was Urkel or some shit like that. You ever seen that? I know you know what I'm talking about. I mean, there are chicks that like fucking nerdy dudes, you know. I got my nerdy ways too. I just kind of, I may not look exactly nerdish, but my personality and the way I get about shit, I nerd the fuck out. Stefan, or right. Wise Fox, you got that. Yeah, yeah, that's it. You know what I'm talking about though, right? You know what I mean? Where he got that, like, he was all fucking Mr. Suave and shit. Like, he turned into like some other alter ego and shit. Stefan Urkel or some shit like that. If you be yourself, what you have on the wall of fame, brother. If you be yourself, there are at least 5 chicks in the area that like you just like exactly. And then once you start banging the shit out of them, other bitches around them are gonna be like, oh wow, like you go to Target, you go somewhere else, and they see you with the fact that even just you're with this bitch, they're gonna be looking at that now too. More begets more. That's why it says in the Bible, he who has shall get more. He who don't shall lose what the fuck he has. Same thing. Same thing. But yeah, you're right, bro. You're right. If you faking the funk, like I guess a lot of dudes, ladies do. A lot of dudes be faking the funk. Keisha, you can say some shit too, because I got like 2 goddesses here really interacting. I got my brothers here interacting. The rest of you is fucking. I don't know. Maybe you like this shit. I don't know. Maybe you love it, shit. Yeah. But I don't know. I like your opinion though. If you could, Keisha, Stefan Urkel. Yeah, that's it. Oh fuck! I was trying to put that up there. Stefan Urkel. That's it. Yep. But yeah, that's the easiest way too, bro. Like that's the fucking easiest way. It's too much work to put on the front. I know too many niggas to be fronting, man. And you know who I don't like? The niggas who try and front. Like we had this thing back in the day. Like we don't go. Like if me, you, Nicholas, Little Young, and who else? Like let's say we's all going out, right? We go out, right? Boys not out, whatever. And Nicholas is talking to some bitches, right? I can't stand them other type of niggas that want to go up and they start talking. They want to talk shit about Nicholas to make themselves look better. I guess there's this thing now, and I remember it back in the day, but like niggas would clown around, like they try and put you in a fucking full Nelson or some shit in front of a bitch just to try and make you look like we don't play that shit. Like it's gonna get popping real quick. Like it's not even gonna be no, yo, why are you playing? None of that shit. I just personally, I don't play like that. I don't play like that, especially with no grown ass fucking man. I don't play like that. If anything, I'm gonna big you up. I'm gonna try and make you look even better if I can. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play my role, my position as a wingman or something. Let's just say, yeah, I've had to take some fucking grenades for the team at certain times. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm a true team player also. You know, I'm done dating for now. It's treacherous. Well, go ahead and recharge, Wise Fox. It's a testosterone thing. I don't think so though, because you can direct to me, I don't think so, bro. Like I don't play like that. And like a lot of the niggas that I came up with and shit, like we just don't play like that. Like if we're somewhere, I'm not gonna start capping on you in front of a bitch. Like I'm not gonna start like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that. To me, that's like that's if anything, we'll cap on a bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not gonna be like just nah, bro. I don't know. That shit's weak to me. Yeah, the competition for the yeah, I get you. I get you. I get you. Okay, yeah. Bro, like if you either got it or you don't that night. You know what I'm saying? May the best man win. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Licious. We keep putting her up there. I had to be growing up with brothers who I seen do everything to women. Yeah. Same with like if you grew up with a bunch of sisters and you seen how women really get down and shit, you know. Oh, he said what I mean is testosterone increases around women, which will bring out whatever side of you that needs to get her, just like some people who steroids get roid rage and others don't. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, yeah, like, but I don't know. I just, yeah, I don't. I stick clear of niggas that like that. If that's how you are though. When you're testosterone, when you get around some bitches and shit, then yeah, I don't want to be around you. Period. You know, there's no reason for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can all get our issue. You know, and see your past. Look at reality and what you can stomach. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I've seen niggas get into that, like really get into it because of that. Like it starts turning all bad and shit. And it's like you over here competing for. I know that us men, like typically the average, like some we do stupid shit for y'all, you women. You know what I'm saying? Like we get really retarded. We can get really, really retarded. When really, it's not even that serious though. You know what I'm saying? I don't act like that, but I've been studying hormone. Oh, for real? Okay. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. And then, of course, if you got like had a couple drinks in you, you know what I'm saying, or if you're on some type of substance or something like that's just going to add to it. That's just going to add to it, you know. So I get that. I get that. I'm just saying, like, if you can't handle your alcohol or your fucking hormones, like, I don't want nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Period. That's another thing, though. Like, even just going and like, as far as making new friends, like just regular friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times, like I'm real hesitant about like new friends because it's like I don't know what the fuck you've been into, you know? I don't know who you turn into when you start drinking. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go to some bar or we go hit a couple corners or some shit and you start getting some drinks and now you want to start some shit or you want to start some fights and shit like that. And I'm not even on that time. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to have a good time. Just shit like that. Or you have enemies and now I get seen with you, and now I adopt your enemies. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not even that cool yet. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing if we like brothers and shit. Like, hey, fuck it, it is what it is. But just adopting enemies, like that's crazy. It's crazy work, bro. Uh, the drunk me is fun. I bet it is. I bet it is. What the fuck are you, licious booty? I know you said Aquarius rising, which can be kind of mysterious. I fuck with aquas, so I bet you are though. I certainly bet you are. Oh, yeah. I'm fun. I know that. I'm fun. Oh, use a cap. Mm, Cancer moon, I can fuck with that. Fellas. If she got a Cancer moon, that's probably a good thing. If you know how to like, if you know how to work that right. I know you got that nurturing side to you, that's just booty. So you're not just the booty. You actually are like you got that nurturing fucking side when that cold-hearted Aquarius rising shit ain't in effect. And yet you have like the cutoff game of the Capricorn, right? I don't drink enough to know what I'm like when I'm drunk. Real talk. Yeah, I've been like just going to different things and continuously looking for things that don't necessarily involve drinking because I'm about like a 1 to 2 drink dude now. My body has changed so much. Like even smoking weed now is like I do like getting high. I like to smoke when I'm with a bitch. I'm gonna just keep it real. Like I do like smoking by myself, but that's just a once in a while thing by myself. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be clear. Oh shit, it fucks with my head. Too much. I like Aquarius. I fuck with Aquarius. I've never met an Aquarius that I haven't really clicked with. An Aquarius woman, yeah, that I've never met one that I haven't really really clicked with. Nicholas said, hello. My coworker drank 32 shots, brother. That's fucking alcohol poisoning. Ouch. I don't know any of my damn signs. Why it's Fox, you straight edge, bro. 32 shots. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy work, son. Shit, that's crazy work. Smoking doesn't even calm me down. This shit actually gives me energy. If you're smoking shit that's supposed to calm you down, yet it gives you energy, then you might, I think you have, I think you have ADHD, so they say. You know what I'm saying? Just like if, like me, I can drink fucking coffee, espresso, and take a nap. It'll almost make me tired sometimes. So found out I might be ADHD. Psych Awakens Tarot says Lilith in Scorpio. I think mine is too, to be honest. Exactly. How is he fucking not dead, bro? That's what I'm saying. Alcohol poisoning. Like someone's going to the hospital. I drank way too many Voodoo Rangers. Hey, are those the ones that come in the can, right? It's like I don't know what kind. I've seen them before though. Hasn't drank or smoked. I haven't drank or smoked in months. Mm. Nicholas says, weed makes me paranoid. I'm a social smoker, but only a puff. You know what? Like that's kind of like I'm kind of like on that type of time. Now, don't get me wrong. If I need to, and like someone's gonna try and smoke me under the table, like my sister, I can evoke my weed legs and just fucking go in with you. Yes, eventually I'm gonna pass the fuck out though, but I don't get smoke. I don't smoke and get high all day every day like my sister does. So my system's different. You know what I'm saying? But if I need to, I could pull it out. But like to me, you're only going to get so high. So the last time I smoked was about a week ago, and before that, it was like 2, 3 months ago. 2, 3 hits, I was fucking good. My tolerance is shit. So like I could just get away with hitting it a couple times, 2, 3 times, I'm good. The fruit flavor ones. Hey, are those good, Psycho Awakens Tarot? I might have to try one of those. Buddy a Virgo from the D. He'll be all right. You just need one. You know what? If you're smoking weed too, and like you got some good tree, and you have something like that, one of them Voodoo Rangers, you're gonna get banged up nice. Usually though, when I would crossfade, it would be like I'm drinking rum or something, or Henny or some shit like that. Smoked weed after a long break, got extremely paranoid and got kind of wild too. You know what? I'm high off contact. For real? I use it as a mood stabilizer, says artist mimic. That one that you're talking about, Psych Awakens Tarot, that shit actually sounds really fucking good. It says I have one called Tropical Force. Just the fact it's some fruit fucking punchy type shit, it's gonna fuck you up. Just having one small cancer. Hmm. So yeah, I've never really caught a contact to be honest, but I'm sure it can happen. For me, the contact makes me just feel more like super chill. I'm not feeling like high. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like they sell them at Whole Foods. Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to check it out. What is it exactly? Is it a? Did you say what it was? Is it a beer or what? What is it exactly? Nicholas says I'm cool with my vape. The vapes are cool too. Like I know they're bad for you. Like there've been a lot of shit about them now, but in some ways, just to have it in a pen and you just pick it up, hit it real quick, and you're there. Like, and you can do them. You can do it like anywhere because it doesn't smell like weed. Oh, it's a beer. Okay. Yeah. See, I'd rather sip. I mean, the beer thing is cool, but like, especially like if I'm with a bitch, I don't want a bunch of beer sloshing around my stomach, okay? Because I got work to do. So it's just like, are you gonna drink a beer before you go like running and doing strenuous activities? No, you want to be light. I don't see how motherfuckers do that shit. Have a whole fucking belly full of beer sloshing around and shit. You trying to put in some work. You need some stamina and shit. Like, I don't know. That just don't mix with me. It just don't mix. It don't mix. The beer breath. That's another thing too. All that fucking yeast. But I would still try it though. It sounds like something cool to drink. Like if you're just chilling and sipping, you know what I mean? You don't want to get all banged up off of like Henny. For me, it's Henny and rum and all kinds of other shit. I still have edibles I bought a month ago. I don't care to get high unless it's a blunt and someone else bought it. We did PT drunk in the army. Yeah, because you kind of have to, you know what I'm saying? But it just don't work for me. I know what works for me and what don't. Like that whole beer. I'm not a big beer guy anyways, but I can't tell you the last time I went to some fucking event maybe I don't know, like 5, 6 months ago, and it was at like this brewery place. So you know, I got like the darkest beer that they have, and that was it. You know, I messed up my tolerance. I could drink a 12 pack of Coronas and barely catch a buzz. God damn, bro. Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. I like a nice Guinness here and there. You know what I'm saying? Some weed and some Guinness. Like that goes along. If you're just chilling, if you're just chilling. A psychic I talked to recently said Shango wants to talk to you. I do. But took you so long. Two twisted teas and I'm done. I'm telling you, bro. Like, yeah, I can't even drink no more. I'm like a pussy when it comes. I can't even really drink that much. I'm in California. Where in Cali you are? Psych. Where in Cali? Don't tell me Southern. Probably. Probably in Southern. Ain't you? You're probably in Southern. Hold on, real fast, real fast. Hold on, real fast, real fast. Hold on. My mic is still on. Oh, my legs is fucking sore as fuck. They're gonna make me pay tomorrow. Shit. All right. See, I miss just chilling with y'all too. Like we don't have to be doing the most. We just talk shit. I appreciate that. Redondo Beach. See, that's my point. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. It's like most of the people that I've come in contact with, like especially like on this shit. They'll be like, I'm in Cali too, which first of all, that's rare. But then if they are in Cali, they're like down south. They're like in Southern California. Yeah. That's a, you know what? It's fine. It's okay. Stretch your leg. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my shits are so fucking tight right now. And for me sitting here this amount of time, I don't even be sitting. I'm either standing up, I'm either walking, or I'm laying down. But I don't really actually sit these days very long, you know? So like I feel my hip flexors or shit being like this. As soon as I fucking stand up, like god damn. Mm, yeah, fuck. You know what I'm talking about, especially if you feel it afterwards. And sitting down is like the worst fucking thing you could do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, now, like, they even at the smoke shops, they be selling, like, what is that shit? It's a certain kind of weed. I heard it's really not good for you, but it does get you fucking high. Something 9, Delta 9 or some shit. They sell them pre-rolled blunts and shit. I mean, them motherfuckers will fuck me up. But you know what? My tolerance shoots up pretty fast if I'm smoking like for a few days in a row, especially with those pins and the dabs and shit like that. My tolerance goes real high real quick. Hey, what's up, prophetess? Wise Fox says, yes, I hate sitting. I feel like a piece of shit after that. Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. I'm like, fuck. I'm feeling it. I'm fucking feeling it. And tonight when I fucking gotta do this fucking stretch shit, like, my lord. And roll. I'm gonna roll that shit out too. Like, what's been up with you, prophetess? Anyways, yeah, you know, we went a little long today, but fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I missed you. I missed you. You know? It's sad, y'all. My man encouraged my drinking for the fun version of me. That's funny. You know, I used to have a, I had an ex, and like she'd always be like, like there was this one brand of cheap rum, but it was hella fucking. It was like 151 type shit, but it was like super cheap. It was like the Tanaki of fucking vodka, you know, like that super cheap shit, but it's like hella fucking strong. And she would always because she knew like once I started getting off that, like no holds barred. You know what I'm saying? No holds barred. Ah. Well, welcome. Mikasa is Sukasa Psych Awakens. You know what I'm saying? Why as fuck do you focus on movement and mobility? Not as much as I should, to be honest with you. Yeah, not as much as I should, but that is changing. But it's just like sometimes after like a brutal ass fucking shit, the last thing you want to like, I'm done with the physical shit. You know what I'm saying? Like doing this and the cardio and all this shit. Like the last thing I want to now mobility, like fuck, I got shit to do, you know. But it is important. It definitely is. Movement is definitely medicine. I will say that it really is. It was a work day. Okay. I mod for Satan's ex-wife. Stop by and say hello. Okay, I'll definitely check y'all out. She does late night tarot reads. Emma Leviathan. Okay, definitely. Thank you for the invite. I shall slide through. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Licious. No holds barred shit. None. Like the real nasty shit. Like, not that I'm not nasty sober, because I'm very nasty sober too, if inspired, you know. You ladies know, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just like a light switch. You guys got to be inspired. Like, sometimes it is, but most of the time you got to, you know, got to get warmed up to that level of nastiness, you know. And it's better that way, in my opinion. But yeah, once I get off that shit, like, and you and you kiss your mother with that mouth. Hey, I appreciate sight. Likewise. I concur. Well, not concur. What is it? Duly noted. You know what I'm saying? My body craves stretches and yoga poses after being, yeah, for real. I feel like one of them Chinese people that comes out the nail shop and shit. You'll see them all like, man, they're always doing this other shit and stuff like little old ladies and shit, fucking throwing their leg up and shit, stretching it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I be. Shit. Yeah, that's good though. You don't want to like look good to be all fucking stiff. You know what I'm saying? So no lictious. Let me tell you something. You need to be. You should feel free. Okay. So whoever to do this, you know what I'm saying? You should feel free. There should be no like every woman wants to be with a man that they feel like free with. Like I'm not gonna go do some shit, then he's gonna be thinking like, where'd you learn that at? Or who taught you that? Or oh my god, you get down like this? Or judgment. Judgment. You know, it's a judgment free zone here. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say. Well, not every. I'm saying as far as like with me, like I heard these niggas be getting pegged and all this other shit. No, no, no. We ain't doing that. Ain't doing that. Not doing that. I can't believe hey, dudes be really doing that shit though? Dudes be really like like do you I'm sure you guys it's something that you feel because like you'll see the expression on his face. Maybe he if he's smart, he won't say anything because then he'll really fuck the mood up. But what he doesn't know is the mood is already fucked up because she can feel his vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like something shifted right now and something just changed right now. And it's like, you know what I'm talking about. Like the mood could be like a fucking blazing inferno, but then at the same time, like somebody says the wrong thing, or just their energy changes or something, or you can just tell it just fucking just switches it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Okay. I appreciate the super freak. Okay. I do. Lord knows I do. All right. I appreciate it. What do you mean by that, little young? You said if she's sexy, then yeah. What does that mean? If she's sexy, then yeah, what? Then everything goes? Is that what you mean? Would I marry a super freak? Psycho Awakens. I mean, if I was to ever get married, like she would have to be to some degree. And if she didn't start off that way, then we can definitely start the journey of unleashing that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna need that. I will inspire it out of you. It's gonna gush and squirt out you. Okay, that's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Because you're gonna get in this fucking magnetosphere and this shit's gonna happen. I'm telling you. And if you know you already have it anyways, why not let her out? Let her out. There has to be a time and a place that's safe where you feel comfortable enough to be as nasty and get your shit fucking smacked up and you get thrown around and all this other shit and your throat like you know seriously fucked and all this other shit like to the point where you busted nuts because you got all this mucosas coming out, you're crying and shit because that you know what I'm talking about. So like that has to be, that has to be, that will be, okay? That's unavoidable. It's gonna happen. Just just let it go. Just let it. Not while I'm listening to a demon freak. All freaks need to be with each other. Agreed. New occult classics. Shout out to you. Welcome. I ain't seen you in a minute. How you been? Lady on the yeah, lady on the streets, freaking the yes, that whole that right there, that part. Now it depends on what kind of relationship. You might be wild, whatever, and I'm hanging out with you and stuff, but we're not like exclusive type of thing like that. Then hey, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, if I was like, if we're talking like marriage and shit, of course, like I don't think anybody wants somebody who's just 100% freak with everybody all the time. You know, like there's a time and a place. That's kind of what makes it. It kind of makes it even better in some ways. You know, Mrs. Booty, you making that because I already know. I mean, I'm in here, anime. I'm in here. Okay, so yeah, in there. Yeah, the worst thing to do is to try and have sex with somebody you're not sexually attracted to. Really, like if you have to really fucking try and like I said, me personally, if let's say, you know, ladies were on a fucking, we're on a little meetup, hangout, we're just hanging out. I don't like calling it a date. We're just hanging out, you know. If my dick don't jump, if there's not an initial dick jumping reaction to you of some kind, even just like, ugh, he's just like, oh, wait, what? A little bit of that, you know what I'm saying? Just like I'm sure, like for you, you know what I'm saying? Like she's got to fucking quiver a little bit, you know. It's got to be a little quiver, you know, a little bit of precipitation, just a little bit, little hint of precipitation, you know, like them sprinkles. Like when you go outside, it's like, oh, it's gonna rain. Oh yeah, sure in the fuck is. All right, yeah. That's why I was saying don't settle for someone you find ugly. So in this case, we're saying ugly means not really sexually attracted to, you know, right? Because he may not be like the most aesthetic, but for some reason, he gets your oven on blast. Like that thing is hot. She running a serious fever here. Okay. She's leaking like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you wearing a dress, you know, you want to be around the kind of guy you thank God, oh my God, thank God I have some jaws on because this shit would be running down my legs. You know, that type of shit. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Yeah. It's pointless to me. You know, some of these relationships people are in, I don't even know why the fuck they're in. They haven't fucked in like months. That's unheard of. That's fucking unheard of. Going that I can't even I should have a hard time keeping my hands off you. And I know that in life things have rhythms, biorhythms, you know, sometimes things are way more intense, but even when they're not as intense, there's still fire here though. You know what I'm saying? You know, people downplay it, but like you cannot get away if the sex is not good between you and somebody else. Yeah, it takes more than sex to write it out. You're gonna need a lot of other things: honesty, communication, trust. You know, all this other good stuff, love, blah blah blah. You know, but if the sex is fucked off, it's gonna fucking spoil the rest of that shit. It is. It is. So you might as well make the next move the best move. Really should. Make sure your bells are getting properly rung. You know what I'm saying? And plus, for women, fellas, if you didn't know this, if you're not satisfying her, you know what I'm saying, like really thoroughly, there's gonna be some fucking resentment real quick. She's gonna start having fucking contempt for you, and you'll see it and you'll feel it. You know what I'm saying? Sex and money are the two main reasons relationships end. It is. Because then, if like you have a money problem and then there's stress and survival mode shit going on, that affects the sex. So just like the sex needs to be on point, it's a really weird, delicate kind of ecosystem between a man and a woman because it's like You got to make sure, because so many things can affect the sex also. So just like sex, the effects of great sex affects a lot of other shit. Conversely, you have like shit outside of the bedroom definitely can affect the fucking bedroom. So you have to be like, you got to be on your shit. Yeah. Kyle Johnson wants y'all to know that Jesus loves you. I just was at a First Friday and they had a dope ass fucking band. I'm thinking it's just a band, right? Nope. It was a Christian band and they were like, they had people giving out these flyers for, they like to do plays and shit, right? And I have my Baphomet piece on and shit, and my shit that looks like this, good times. And to be licious says to and be open to explore kinks and exactly. I'm like I'm like turning into this dom god. Oh, definitely with the harnesses and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that. Yeah. To me, that's another level and like role playing shit. I fucking love role playing. That's like that inner child shit that I was talking about before. Like as children, we might have played certain things, you know what I mean? We might have played like house or we would just play different shit. But the adult versions of those things are like BDSM and stuff like that. So it's like it just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And save yourself. Yeah, they wanted to do all of that. And I could just say it with a smile, hey, thank you. No, thank you. I don't got to be mean. Oh, really? And they try and like kind of do the salesman thing. And it's like, well, first of all, I hate to break it to you, but the doctrine of original sin is kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? But you guys have a great night. Band is sounding great. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't call them trolls. They just like, I don't know, they feel the need to interject themselves. Like, if I wouldn't, for one, see a live Christian broadcast because I don't watch that shit. Simple, you know? Although I have my guilty pleasure, I like watching these like testimonials of like X witch comes out and talks how the music industry is Satan and shit. And it's like once you start watching it, you can tell this person is not an occultist. It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? But the people who do watch that shit, like they eat that shit up. And to me, I find it entertaining. It's one of my guilty pleasures. You know. Well, where are you, Licious? Let's talk about safe words, huh? Shall we? Just a little bit. Let's talk about some safe words because we're gonna need them. You sound like a blast, though, for real. To be honest, like, and I mean that with like all respect too. Like, you know, yeah. But that shit's funny. Oh, but what I was saying is like, yeah, they like to come on like my life or something, especially like because you see the thumbnail and the name and shit like that. And it's like they feel like they have to just say something. Like they got to, you know, don't under just don't understand the relationship with the holy. Maybe they don't understand your relationship with this holy tea. I don't know what holy tea is, if that's Trinity or spirit. You know. See, and that's delicious. See, I gotta put you up there again. Hold on, real quick. I'm going from Kyle and talking about Holy Trinity used to fucking like, oh, you're a dom too, huh? Because I mean, could, you know, a great leader has to be a follower at times. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been like you know, while she was on my face, like fucking my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, you know, stuff like that. But I'll put some cigarettes. Hold on, wait. Well, Kyle, at least you can learn about some sexuality here, okay? Some real shit. All right. So, you know, but I'm not going to get into like I know a lot of people want to debate you people, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's out there. It's like obvious. So the cognitive dissonance is real, you know, but a lot of the shit you talking about is just plagiarized from other things that are way older than your precious little book. And your precious little book is a literal book of spells. And I have used them very successfully. So, you know, but to each their own, you know, I really don't care what you believe. It's none of my business. Um, do what makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what makes you happy. See, that's the difference between us and like kind of like your folk. I'm not gonna say you personally because I don't know you, but there's like this almost like when you convert to that like either Christian shit or whatever, especially the Christian shit. It's like when you download the file to become a Christian, like there's also a thing in there that makes you be like you have to go out and like you, you need to you should you shouldn't like I get it like okay it's cool. Well, I'm good, Kyle Johnson. That's great. You stay real. All right. Yeah, Psych Awaken says it's a good book. I mean, yeah, it really is. It really is. It really is. It's not the only good book, but it is a good book. And I'm telling you, the spells in there actually do work quite well. Some of my highest fucking videos are from certain psalm spells, and like so many people over the years have like really freaked the shit out of that and really made it work. Christians are very um judgmental. Jesus didn't judge, but they call me evil. Yeah, you should be used to that, psych. That's like prerequisite to this type of path. You should already like you should already know. You know what I'm saying? And Kyle, if you's a melanated man, shout out to you for just accepting your colonizer's God. You know, I don't know if you're white or not. Kyle's kind of a I don't know, folks. What you think? Is that a white name or what you think? But yeah, like I said, whatever floats your boat. I personally don't give a shit. I personally don't give a shit. You know, the fact that you guys are still calling this nigga Jesus when it's obvious that that was not that character's name, that's fucking, as the kids say, that's diabolical. That's like Kyle if I was calling you Brett in the name of Brett, and you're like, nigga, my name's fucking Kyle. God damn it. Why you keep calling me Brett? Anyways, Kyle, you want to know my actual thoughts on that? Like, as far as like, if let's just say, pretend, Kyle, come here. Let's just say that your ideal of God was empirically real. Okay. When I say empirically, I just mean it's just real. Now, I know that your idea of God is real to you. So that's whatever, right? That's you. That's your truth. It's not the truth. All right. But if there was a Sky Daddy floating around out there, and this Sky Daddy would be willing to put me into eternal damnation because I don't believe in him, well, Kyle, that's just not a nigga that I want to rock with, to me. And, there's a lot of examples on how the quote unquote God of the Bible is really a narcissistic ass nigga. Like he really is. And there's no excusing that at all. And my mother's a Christian. I even told her that. I'm like, look, if this God is willing to just like put me in like eternal damnation, at least let the crime, I mean the punishment fit the crime, right? But all that shit, like that shit just nothing about that sounds just remotely plausible. You know what I'm saying? At all. It don't even feel like that. But if that was the case and if that was true, then I'd be like, well, fuck you then, bro. Like, that's how I'm feeling. I'm gonna be me. And if you're supposedly my father and your love and all this stuff, but yet, like, those two just don't fucking, it does not fit. It don't. So I wouldn't want to spend eternity with your narcissistic fucking sociopathic ass anyways, you know? Yeah, exactly. That's part of my other point. This is like a fucking pretty much empirical fact. The letter J was not even invented until like 1500 and something. So why the fuck these niggas calling Jesus? I have no fucking clue. I don't know. And to be honest, I'm gonna take it a step further. I don't even believe there was an actual fucking character walking around in chancletas doing this shit. That's just me. I could be wrong. Really, what does it fucking matter? Like we're in 2024 now, so like this shit need to add up. You know, they ruined two nice words. I won't even say that word. Wise Fox. Little young grabback says, "You disobey, you get punished. If you don't disobeyed, you get punished for what your parents did." Yeah, all that shit. All that shit. Like it's straight up mind control. It's bullshit. And I'll be the first to say it. And I'm not trying to be, argumentative or anything. It's bullshit. But the mind virus known as Christianity obviously has a hold on you, like a complete hold on you. I hope for someday that you are able to liberate yourself and know that you are fucking God. And there is no separation between you and the source of all things. If in the beginning there was the source of all things, how can anything be separate from it? And how could that source then condemn? Anyways, enough of that shit. Yeah, all that. The whole thing. The whole thing, psych, I'm a jealous God and all this shit. If you're a God, why are you, what's up with those are human attributes. You're so far beyond that. And not to mention, this God of the Bible created this fucking devil, knowing because you're God, right? You know everything that's going to happen. So you knew this motherfucker was gonna start doing shit and getting us to do shit and deceiving us and shit, right? So why not just why not just snuff them out in the beginning? It's like this big fucking game or some shit. You know what I mean? Like Squid Games. And nothing Kyle's saying is going to make fucking sense. He's going to talk out of the gibberish that he's been, programmed with. So I don't blame him for that, to be honest. I was a Christian too, Kyle. You know what I'm saying? I was. Talked in tongues, laid hands on people, did all that shit. I did appreciate the message of love and non-judgment, whether he was real or not, and not requiring further human or animal sacrifices. Artist Mimic says, I mean, obviously, blind faith in the good of the Bible is a mental illness. We say that again. Thank you. Like, it really is. It really is. And all the elite and anyone of substantial power, they're like, it's a crutch of the poor. That's basically what it is, and that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't even get me started on you melanated folk out there still screaming to Jesus and shit. Ask your ancestors how that shit fucking worked out. Like that shit's atrocious. To me, that's disrespectful to them. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? I remember talking about how the story where God wanted Abraham to kill his son to test his faith. was sadistic as hell. All that shit, bro. But when you take the Bible and you say, okay, instead of looking at these characters as literal people, what if these are just states of mind and consciousness? So actually, these are stories about how these aspects of myself interact with each other. When you start getting into like that frame, then it starts making sense for us here and now. But other than that, some shit about some niggas 2,000 fucking years ago, I'm way over it. I'm way over it. Like, I remember talking about how patiently waiting. Okay. You waiting for what? Are you waiting for like, don't tell me you're waiting for some white boy in chancletas to come out the clouds, take you away, take away all your problems, right? Fix you just like that, right? All of a sudden, you don't got to do no work. All responsibility of your well-being is now with this white boy in chancletas coming out the sky. Is that what we're talking about? I'm kind of now getting in the mood for this. So Kyle, you're in the right place. I fuck with God of the Bible. He's always the best and always right. Remember, the first printing press was invented in the 1500s. So where do all these Bible books come from? I mean, they forget that Jesus was not a Christian, first of all. All right. Not even your precious Jesus was a Christian. I don't know. I remember God punished Saul because he didn't wipe out a whole city completely. Exactly. True love when someone actually understands. I guess he's waiting for the rapture. What are you waiting on, blood? Like, I don't understand. He can turn this water into wine, though. You know, if you're right, right, he can turn this water into wine. And I always say it, if you believe in Jesus, then I know you got to believe that Chicken Little was actually a real fucking like chicken, and the sky literally was falling. That's a real actual story, you know. Chicken Little and Jesus are the same amount of real, you know. Yeah, Psych right there. Jesus, Zeus, Dionysus. Yeah, they're all. I mean, there was a book that came out called 16 Crucified Saviors, and in that book, he juxtaposes all the different stories of a messianic Messiah figure, hundreds of thousands of years older than this Christianity bullshit, right? And then the Jesus shit, and it's a blatant plagiarism, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all mind control. Because at the Council of Nicaea, and it's a form of mind control that you will fight for. So you will fight for your imprisonment. It's genius, actually. You know, I need to start my own religion. On how not to get messed over out here. I mean, yeah, you know what? I'm a big proponent for don't throw the baby uh, out with the bathwater type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And when you're talking about this Bible shit, you have to learn. You have to know how to like view it and how to like read it and shit. If you're taking it literal, you're already like you're fucking up. I can just tell you that right now. Yeah. Yeah, Shaman, thank you. Christian God did Job dirty. He literally had a fan duel bet. Exactly. Shaman, you going on the Hall of Fame, brother. Like shit like that. Now, why would this God allow his loved one to go through that? Mind you, this is an omnipotent, all-knowing fucking God, right? I use quotes, right? So Satan's like, hey, bet you I can get him to turn on you and shit. And he's like, nigga, bad. Go ahead. It's a game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a fucking game. And this nigga, if I'm not mistaken, didn't Job also lose like children and shit? Like his daughters fucking died. And then like all kinds of shit happened to him and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, man, people are raised on this. Yeah, I mean, I don't give a shit. I was raised on it. But I just what I truly am and what I truly am is just way fucking stronger than that shit. Eventually that shit will just bust out of that shit. It does not matter. Some of these motherfuckers stay in this shit for life. And you gotta fix it, come back again. Maybe you'll get it right next time. I don't know. But it didn't take me that long, you know. If Iro, what's happening? He proved that this guy was solid. Remember, Joe got yelled at because he asked why was he getting punished. He proved that this guy was solid, and then he got like replenished. I guess he had more kids. I don't know. Yeah, whatever, nigga. It's just yeah. Jesus stole his swag from Heru. Yeah, most definitely. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yep. Spiritual question: where do we go when we die? Do we come back to life? Do we become demons, ghosts, alien? You know what? It can all be. Why can't it? Why can't the answer be yes to all of that? You know, nobody knows for sure until you leave your body for good. That cord that tethers you to your body, until that shit is fucking done. Nobody really knows for sure. You know, and I'm not gonna front like I'm the expert on death. You know, as far as that goes. If I'm wrong though, I'm willing to be wrong. Then serve some bitch ass nigga like Jesus or God or Yahweh or whoever the fuck. I can't stand on my the Most High. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. That's just my opinion, and I'm gonna say my opinion on my shit. So, the demon must stay. Mom made a bet with God in the Book of Job. Okay. You wouldn't get your son locked up to see if he wouldn't snitch. So I'm curious as to whether you're, solid or not. So I'm gonna have you set up. You're gonna get pulled over. You don't know there's a brick of coke underneath your fucking seat because I put it there. Like. But if I'm God and I'm all knowing, shouldn't I already know that anyway? Why do I have to go through the shenanigans? I already know. In the Bible, he says, I know every fucking hair on your head. I know how many hairs are on your head. Exactly. So if you know everything, past, present, future, you know everything that's going to happen and transpire, why do you got to do that? Oh, if I was Job, I'd be like, what? Was it for me? Oh, gee, thanks, bro. Like, hmm. No, I don't. Kyle says that's Kyle. I'm gonna put you on the wall of fame. He says, "Oh, it's beautiful. You just don't understand." And nothing you're gonna say is gonna make sense to help anyone understand here. Okay, because we're not under the same shit that you are. Okay, if I'm being real, you know, like I said, cognitive dissonance. If I looked under cognitive dissonance right now in the dictionary, there'd be a picture of you, Kyle. Okay, I say that with love. All right. Ha shatabasoto. Hallelujah. All right. Thank you, Lord. Bless him. A smooth had a parlay. What? Uh, uh-huh. Looking through the rest. F Iro, I think it's different for different people. Hmm. I believe in my ancestors. I believe in reincarnation. I mean, they've pretty much proven reincarnation is a fucking fact, and it does happen, and it has happened. And now whether or not you reincarnate after this life or not, who knows? You know what I'm saying? You might be done. You might be on your last hurrah. You know, who's to say? It's not for me to say. You know what I mean? So I totally agree with you on that one. I'd rather believe in. I don't gotta believe in my ancestors. I know in my ancestors because they were actually fucking here. Unlike this Jesus character that there is absolutely no fucking proof about ever even existing. You know, you got mummies and pharaohs. You got all kinds of indigenous fucking artifacts, dead fucking bodies, motherfuckers wrapped up and shit, mummies, all this shit. They're here. They were here. They're still here. You can go to the museum and see them from that time. But none of these Bible niggas, you won't find one of them. Not one. Not one. Not one. You know what I'm saying? If there are other aliens out there, they would see us as aliens. I think eventually we go back to source energy. Of yeah, I agree. I agree. You know, it's kind of like if there was just like this explosion and everything came from the explosion, like everything will resynthesize back again, you know. God has a God-sized ego. He's supposed to be egoless, you know. There's this YouTuber that shows the dysfunctional relationship God has with Jesus and how Mary, Mother Nature, hates humans along with some other stuff. That sounds funny. Yeah, yeah, the whole duality. God and the devil just reinforced the duality concept, taken away from real oneness. And also keeps us polarized. There is a middle path that is way more powerful, you know, like I said, the whole synthesizing thing, you know, everything contains its opposite, you know. So there really is no separation, there really is no duality. There's just our experience, you know. But if they can keep you polarized, you know, uh, then you're like divided. You know what I'm saying? Just like with the whole politics shit, all these political parties, it's all the same thing. It's the same puppet master pulling the same strings. You know what I mean? Like it's just the illusion of choice. Reincarnation is a punishment. I'm gonna try and wrap this shit up. I think yes, it could be. You know, it's kind of like the same. Kind of like the paradox where they say, so is this a fucking school or is this a prison? And it's like the answer is actually both. So is reincarnation a punishment or is it like a school system? You know, the answer is both, you know, to me, anyways. I do not mind coming back. I like the idea of keep evolving. You know, I think that, you know, if that's where you're at with it, like, you know, I know that people who are really like antsy to like get off of here, you might not be just get like because when you're finally there, or like when you know what I'm saying, like it just is what it is, you know. But I don't know. Everyone's gonna go and do what they're gonna go and do. Like shit. Till our spirit gets bored, till you done did every fucking single thing you could do. Hey, that's crazy. Schools and prisons have the same food distributors, and they're set up the same too. You file a line, you go in the cafeteria, you do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Who I feel really bad for is Job's family and flock. Literally caught strays in his deal with Satan in the hood. That's called a dry. Yeah, for real. Collateral damage like a motherfucker, man. For real. Yeah. Anyhow, it's been fucking fantabulous. You guys are the best. I don't care what they say about you. All right. And you know, Papa Shanguito got mucho amor for each and every one. But I gotta stand up now because Count fucking Crotchula feel like he got, you know what I'm saying, pins and needles started. Count Sacula, I'll say. That's how I know it's time to get up. When my sack starts feeling like, you know, and like I'm not on gear or no testosterone bullshit. So like I'm out natural, so I got big nuts too. You know what I'm saying? And when they start barking, let me know. You know what I'm saying? They're like it's like my friendly reminder. They're like, hey, hey, stand up, man. Count Sacula. Yeah. I miss yeah, Count Sacula. You know what I mean? Count Sacula starts talking. I gotta listen because the pins and needles, once they start, they just get louder. You understand what I mean? Yeah, for real. I think I'm cutting blood supply off to him. You know what I mean? I I F up all right, bro. Well, you wouldn't be here and stay here if like, you know, Kyle, if you didn't, you know, for real, I need to the blood supply. The blood. He wants the blood supply, you know what I mean? Shit. Pins and needles, but yeah. They just need to hang. They just need to hang out for a minute. You know what I'm saying? They need the freedom. Go easy on him tonight. Who's him, Licious? Kyle Johnson. I know you probably do. You probably don't even believe in the shit you're saying. You probably just trolling, which I don't mind. It's fun. I don't take none of this shit serious. It rolls off me like water off a duck's ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really care. And what like the bottom line is believe what you want to believe. Like I don't give a fuck. You know, as a Satanist, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't give a fuck. Like no, I'm not a Satanist in that sense, but a lot of things with Satanism, I can actually tip my hat to. I'm like, you know, a lot of the principles. Oh, the nuts, definitely. That's them. It's not a him. It's them. The twins. You know. Uh, okay, the twins. Yeah. They're already hanging right now. They're like, man, we're trying to get some blood. Like, we're trying to like shit. You're like, God damn. I'm not going to lie. Back when I was a hardcore Christian, I wouldn't be caught dead in this comment. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, why would you? You're not going to convince us to anything, and you're going to seemingly not be convinced by anything we say. Not that I'm trying to convince you, because what I'm saying can't be refuted. You're just going off of. I love how when I say back some shit up, they quote the same fucking Bible. Like, no, outside of that shit, like, what else do you have? You know, what else do you got for me? You're using the bullshit to justify the bullshit. Like, pause. Like, what else do you have? You know, what else do you have? What else do you got? I can tell you what though, Licious. I'm gonna like after this is done, I'm gonna stand up and like helicopter him. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm fucking with you. Nah, yeah, but it starts. It starts. That's how I know. Count Sacula don't be playing, bro. And then from Count Sacula, it starts like almost down to my fucking legs and shit. There's times where I've done long ass fucking lives, and it's like I get up and I'm literally like I can't walk. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You keep saying bye, will never be convinced. Peace. Who? Me? I mean, I've been there, done that. You know, like it don't it don't appeal to me at all. Like I'm good. So just take that. Like I would go if I was you. I'd find someone who's like someone who's a Christian broadcaster right now, and I'd get in the comments and I would just like fucking Christ out. You know what I mean? Christ out with the rest of them. That's what I would do. But instead, you're over here like. And sometimes the ego, not you, Kyle, you're a sweetheart, you know what I'm saying? But some of the ego on these motherfuckers, like they have to save you. Like that shit is fucking hilarious. It's hilarious. Oh, they're the biggest ones, just like the biggest fucking freaks are in the church. That's just like if I was really on my shit, like I'd fucking stop by one of these churches. You know what I mean? Yeah. Cause like 90% of them bitches in there are like only acting like that for the time allotted of this church. When they get out of this church, oh, they're on my time now. They're on demon time. Oh yeah, definitely. Church. I know witches that go into church just for the praise and worship, just to soak up the energy. I used to live right by a church, and I went to a Bible store and I bought a little statue of white Jesus, white baby Jesus, and I fixed it up to be basically an energetic battery. So I would take the Jesus, I would bury it on the church grounds, and then after Sunday, after they had their Sunday service, I would go retrieve said little white Jesus, and now I could utilize that fucking energy for my spell work, for my diabolical spell work. And you know what? Jehovah and Yahweh didn't stop me. They couldn't stop me. The pastors, the PKs are always the ones they are fucking lit. They are lit. They are lit. And something about them doing some shit they know is like wrong. For example, like me, I'm totally wrong. If you in church and shit, like I am totally wrong for you, but you just can't resist because this motherfucker's like catnip to you, and you gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some devil peen in your life at least once. Okay. I pissed some Christians when I pissed off some Christians when I called and told them they were no different from scammers. Told them that they're both using someone else's account. I bet they get very, especially like when they're out on the street and the guy got the microphone. It's like nothing you do is ever going to work out until you give your life to Jesus. When I was, and I love when they say it's not about a religion, it's about a relationship. It's like the way you guys like reframe it in your mind. No, it's a fucking religion. Okay, you got rules, you got regulations. You don't follow them, it's going to get real hot for you. Okay, so like make it make sense. See, now you talking my language. Okay, you making me hungry now. Okay. In the name of Jesus, I bind your dirty mind. I bind your memories of getting that groceries ate in such a way that just set you off, didn't it? Ah, yeah. The baddest kids, of course. The baddest ones are always the PKs. One girl had the nerve to say she didn't want to sing with us because we weren't saved. And, you know what you're doing. This is horrible, horrible. And that's automatic. I haven't met. Now we're on the subject. I haven't met. Count. You just wait. I got to get this out. Okay. Just hold on. I haven't met too many bitches that don't really like. When I meet a bitch that really enjoys getting her ass like just totally and I like ate like a motherfucker. Like that is one of the hugest fucking turn-ons for me personally. But there are I've met maybe just like two or three, and it's like it's a them thing. It's not a technique thing. It's not a whatever on my part. But it's like you could tell they just they haven't felt relaxed enough or free enough to like, hey, like you enjoy this, and then I don't know, maybe I don't know, but it's a weird phenomenon. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you not? Anyways, oh, off top, because David said the biggest freaks. If you hear him playing gospel music, you know it's on. You know it's fucking on. Okay, you know it's on. Sure, he makes money on list crawler and trying to tell me I'm doing wrong for doing spell work. Is that an actual site, bro? List crawler? Is it like a back page shit? She said work like, nigga, what's this St. Michael candle? Yeah, you know. Their whole like metrics of how they measure like what's not good, what's good is totally fucking skewed. It's actually very hilarious. It really is. It's funny as fuck. Not to mention all the backbiting and talking about each other and gossiping that they do. Like I thought that shit was like wrong. And I thought that a sin was a sin. Really, there's no difference in sin. Sin is sin, right? Ain't that what they always say? So, you know, list crawler. Yeah, that's crazy. That's the new pimping game, though. You know what I'm saying? Gone are the days of putting toes down on concrete or carpet. You know, now it's all of this and OnlyFans and stuff. You know what I mean? Exactly, because you need to be handled, Licious, with all of that. It's Mando, okay? You need to be fucking handled. All right. Dr. Shangito, I'm giving you your prescription, okay? So take a little bit, like call me in the morning, okay? Take a lot of it. All right. Yeah, especially with again, like when you really doing it, you know what I'm talking about, Licious. And then start getting that arch in your back. You know what I'm saying? When you get your groceries ate and shit like that. Yeah, you start like pushing into niggas' face and shit. Like, like that's the type of shit I'm talking about. You drag your ass like a fucking caveman to the edge of the bed. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, demands that you keep that arch in the fucking yeah, that yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They always break the rules for themselves, but are when of course that's how it always goes. Tired of seeing these holy rollers going into esoteric shops. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm talking about. Like they have this thing, like they have to fucking say, so, you're serving Satan and shit like that. Fuck out of here. Hell, Satan and shit. You know what I mean? Whatever. If it'll get, if it'll get, let's just. You need. I'm really look. You're affecting a man like I don't know how many miles away, right? But you're inspiring lascivious thoughts, and these lascivious thoughts are literally making my mouth water right now. So you, let's simmer down. Okay. I love you. All right. Anyways, now the count is fucking barking at me. So now it is official. I will be leaving, but don't worry, I'm gonna post it again. I'm trying to give everyone like a day, at least a day in advance, because I've been asked, hey, can you please post that you're gonna go live and actually like stick to it? I said, you know what? Yes, I will. All right. So yeah, let's just don't forget about the astral realm now, okay? Because yeah. Anyways, a lot of things can happen in the astral. All right. This tongue got reach. All right. So, anyways, I want to wish everyone that's watched this, participated. Lil Young Grabback, thank you for letting me, read for you on that one. I want to wish everybody a great night. Thanks for hanging with me, chopping it up, talking our shit like we like to do. And yeah, I got some other content that I'm sure you will find useful and that you can actually put some things to work for yourself. And also, we'll be going live here in another day or two. I'm gonna be kind of like hyping this shit up now, so I have another reason to go live. So yeah, said astral life. My saliva will be your astral life. See, stop it, stop it. See, how did that happen? It's witchcraft. Ah, yes. All right. Anyways, um, we out. Okay, we out. Like a scout on a new route. All right. I'll be back though. Have a great night. I love y'all, and we'll do this again.